one and all to another amazing, awesome, super session of low initiatives D&D. We are back after a very long hiatus, and you definitely don't have the wait screen on.
I definitely
Um,
don't.
you definitely don't. Um, anyways, so before we get into tonight's festivities, let's do a long-awaited intro. I'm going to keep it brief because I mean, there's a lot to get into, and I think it'd be better just to get into the stuff. Well, after the Onyx Circle had returned from their first, like, real big official mission for the Brass Sultan and the Brass Court, um, their mission did not go as well as, everyone would have hoped. The party lost a member in Cletus, and upon returning, the party was a little dismayed, a little disheartened because things weren't looking good. The following day after their return, they were called to the Brass Palace, where they basically had a talking to by the Brass Sultan, who really just wanted to put the gravity of the situation into the Onyx Circle's purview and just re-establish their kind of place and kind of how things are going to be running. Because again, this was one of many crucial jobs that the Brass Sultan needed done, and your group was the only one to fail. Um, so after the talking to, you guys broke away and had a second meeting with Kane and a few of the other members of the Brass Court to basically go over the rest of the information that you guys had found um, on your journey, including a couple crucial pieces of information. One being that all the enemies of the Green Hand that you guys had heard about or faced, they all melted, making it very difficult to use like Speak with Dead or Animate Dead or anything of the like to really gather information. Um, but during your guys' fight during an ambush with the Green Hand, Sin and Nat discovered that by severing the head, you could kind of counter the enchantment that was placed upon the people that basically made it so that the head would still be intact. You just, before they die or melt, you just chop the head off. A seemingly easy thing to do, but effective nonetheless. And the second thing is that in some way, shape, or form, the Green Hand is probably connected with dragons. Um, and with all the activities going around in Eolis, especially dealing with dragons, it's definitely something that garnered the attention of the Brass Court and caused a few of them to worry. Um, also, after a discussion with the Brass Court, the heroes of the Onyx Circle were granted a gift, um, mostly for a particular member of the party. They had discovered that Alcor, the court uh, mage, basically had a insanely huge supply of blood. No one's quite sure where it came from. No one really wanted to ask. Um, but with this boon, you guys would be able to feed Jacques and not have to worry about him taking life or him going berserk from hunger. Um, After all of these events, you guys basically um, went to the slave market, helped purchase a slave for the um, I almost called it the squawking box. Dick's halfway in. And then afterwards, Reyna went to her duty punishment at the palace, basically cleaning the stables and stuff for Remy. And the rest of the party retreated back to Dick's halfway in to basically have a restful evening. I should have checked. Conrad, didn't you partake in a certain activity?
Yes, with Crevasse, the field escort.
Okay. So yeah, some of you getting a little bit more rest than others. Um, okay. Once again, find ourselves in the Dick's halfway in. Rhea,
Mm-hmm.
you wake up.
Rub my eyes a bit. Which
Okay.
room would I be in?
You are in the girls' room, I believe.
Okay. Right. Is Nat still snoozing?
Yes, she is on fire.
Um. Um. Is there a
Bed's burning, fire slowly spreading, and
question?
yeah, she's laying on the bed and is completely immolated.
Question: is there a jug of water or something filled with water, not
There is a
alcohol?
clean bucket. It's used for it's multi-use. You guys haven't really used it since coming in here because you're pretty sure someone defecated or used the bathroom previously in it.
I know question like things that happen, but I'm not gonna question it. I'm gonna roll with it this time.
I apologize in advance. I'm getting the bucket and just chucking it on that, saying, "Wake up."
Okay, Nat, you're immediately snapped out of your sleep from just moisture
Ah.
and a pretty acrid taste.
Oh god. Ugh.
I'm just standing back and be like,
Nat,
can you,
you are completely engulfed in flames.
yeah, can you turn that down?
Nat feels fine, right?
You feel fine.
I don't.
A little.
Maria, I don't know what you're talking about.
You
Also,
know, you know what you're talking about. You are completely on fire. And what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say Nat passed out in the at the downstairs with the one lady in Sin.
Yes, you did.
So she's more like, "How did I get up here?" It's like, and what are you talking about?
Nat, no. As you're looking around, you're clearly on fire. The entire bed is on fire.
Yeah. Whereas I'm gonna
She
tell
had
her
so
to
many
use my clothes
questions.
to like cover her mouth so she doesn't get a smoke inhalation or something.
Yeah, the room is filling up with smoke.
She's like, she's freaking out, but also has a lot of questions. She has no idea what's going on, what's happening. It's like, turn. I want off. I don't even know what.
Switch off the magic mojo. I'm gonna grab Sin and I'm just gonna book it to guys' room. See if Sin's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You knock on the door.
Yeah, knock on the door as loud as I can and say, Sin, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, emergencies, Nat fire emergencies.
No response.
Knock on the door louder.
Nat's running around in circles, just going.
Yeah, okay, you're running around the room. Roll me a D100, Nat. Okay, you can knock on the door louder.
Yeah.
There's no shuffling. There's no movement. Nothing.
Right. Go in. Wait. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna
51.
quickly run downstairs. Grab.
The floor is starting to catch on fire where you're running around, Nat.
Oh, the floor?
Yeah. You're leaving fiery footprints in your wake.
Yeah.
That's too panicked to care. Notice.
I'm running downstairs, finding anything that looks like a jug of water, carrying as much as I can, running back upstairs and chucking it on there.
Check.
Yeah.
Okay.
This can go one of two ways. It can either be water or it can be alcohol and make everything worse.
At least let Nat drink it.
Okay. Yes. You do see a bucket on the floor a few feet from the stairs.
Oh, God.
Cool. Grab the bucket, chuck it on there.
Okay. You grab the bucket, immediately getting Dix's attention, who is working the bar, cleaning up. What are you doing? Oh, hey, that's my bucket! As you go up the stairs.
I have emergencies.
And
Fire is happening. Don't Russian. So good.
Fire! And he starts freaking out.
Nat's like, "Grr, grr, 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 grr."
Maria, you get back up to the room.
Mhm.
Nat is running around the room. The floor is catching fire, and the bed is completely engulfed. What do you do with this bucket?
I'm gonna try and chuck it on there.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Uh, yeah,
Okay. It hits Nat. Steam rises for a moment. Nat, you get immediately wet. This bucket does not smell good. Better than the first bucket, but there's like a
Ugh.
beer smell to it.
Why?
It's
Question.
not beer. It just has that smell like someone was using this to clean a whole bunch of beer-soaked tables.
Question. Is there still clearly that she's on fire?
Yes.
Running downstairs, getting more, and just chucking. Literally grabbing any old liquid, just chucking it on that, running back down, getting more, chucking it on that, running back down. I'm doing
Okay.
it over and
Yeah,
over and
that's
over
Where are
again.
you getting this water from?
I imagine downstairs in the bar somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm in
Nat's-
that panic state of using any old liquid now.
Yeah, Nat's gonna be like, I'm gonna stay here so the fire doesn't spread. Just go get help or something.
Okay. You go downstairs. Dix is now running out with a thick wool blanket. And he's like, "Where's the fire?"
Upstairs, upstairs, points.
Okay. He
Yep.
starts running upstairs, and you do see another bucket.
Grab said bucket.
Okay.
Yeah, grab
You
it.
take it.
Yeah,
okay.
take it up, chucking it.
Give me another strength check. Okay. You hit Nat.
Mhm.
It splashes on her. Her hair goes kind of like wet chihuahua mode for a moment, and you see the sizzling. And okay. Dix is gonna run into the room, see you on fire, and he's gonna immediately tackle you into the blanket.
Wait.
Do you accept it?
She didn't expect it, so I guess she doesn't have a choice to accept it. She wasn't gonna fight back about it, so.
I mean, I figured you're gonna be staring at the room or the doorway, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, you see him coming right at you.
I accept it. I accept it.
Okay. He takes you to the ground, and he starts just patting you, smothering you. You take 11 points of bludgeoning and suffocation damage over the next few moments as he tries to put you out. Maria, what are you doing as he's petting her out?
Do I see anyone downstairs that I recognize?
Okay.
Or any
You run
more
back
bucket?
downstairs.
Yeah.
See a naked ass on one of the tables.
I'm just gonna go up and shake the naked ass and be like, Simpson, wake up!
Okay.
Yes.
It is not Sin's naked ass.
Okay.
It is a red naked ass.
Okay. Comrade, wake
tail.
up. Like,
Wait, what?
Comrade? Is it Comrade?
Okay. Conrad, you feel your ass being undulated.
Okay, yeah. It's like, Comrade, wake up, wake up, wake up! You know, Nat on fire! Doom! Get water, get Sin, get, help, help, help!
Wait, what? Like, wait,
Slaps him in the face. I'm like, wake the fuck them up!
Okay.
Up.
Roll the attack.
I'm
I'm
guessing.
saying since you're woken up, this is going to be probably an automatic hit.
Yeah.
Just
I would assume so, yes.
Yeah, I imagine it's just a normal strength check in there.
no, just make a punching attack if you have it. If not, just roll D1 4
Oh, D1 for
or 1D4.
1d4.
He's just more surprised that he's hearing Ruya's voice when he's...
There you go.
What's your wisdom bonus?
My
My
wisdom.
wisdom bonus?
No, hers.
Mine. Wisdom. 6 modifier, 10 for modifier and a half.
Huh?
You said a wisdom, right?
Yeah. What is it?
It's 22 in total.
Oh, okay. So it's a 6. Okay, so you take 8 points of damage as she quickly glances over, and she notices there's a little bit of tenderness around your neck, and she just fucking karate chops it. It
Oh, fuck! Why?
I was gonna say, did I have
Oh,
that ability anymore before I changed it there? I don't have it anymore.
I thought you had it.
No, I don't have it anymore.
Oh, never mind. Then it's just 2 damage. It still hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still hurts. Ow!
It's like, Nat is on fire, get signal, get water, get something to, fiery Nat.
Okay, like, Kara gets up, like, he tries to
The whole building
try
is
to
going
avoid-
to be on fire in ashes if you don't wake the fuck
go
up.
get fucking Jock! He's still on the magic dude here.
I don't know where he is.
He has his room, doesn't he?
Good point, runs upstairs.
Okay.
No, Doc Kara just kind of looking at, like, where I assume he's in a very disoriented position of, like, what the hell's going on?
You were basically face down on top of a table in the middle of Dix's. You're
Yeah,
completely
and-
naked, and none of your stuff is anywhere around you as you look around.
What the fuck?
Last thing you remember is having a wonderful evening, and you passed out, somewhere in the night.
Oh god, Conrad, is there anything to kind of cover himself?
Roll me a perception check.
Shall do. There we go.
There's a mug on the table next to you.
Okay, that's not worth it. No,
I don't think that'd cover it.
yeah,
I mean, it's a pretty large mug.
that's not worth it. Conrad's like go upstairs.
So you're going mugless. Got it.
Yeah.
You go upstairs. You see Aruria heading up the stairs and running towards Jock's room in a panic. You cut left and you see Dix over like a flaming blanket as he's screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, ow,
And,
ow,
there's-
ow,
and you hear Nat underneath, like screaming as he's like smacking her and like
ow,
trying to
ow.
stifle. Ruria, you're just gonna knock on the door.
I'm gonna bang on the door and push it open as much as I can.
Conrad, what are you doing in this moment?
Surprised. He's looking. How big's like the fire at this point now?
The bed is starting to spread to the curtains, and the few footprints of fire are starting to spread a bit.
Now, what he's gonna try to do if he can, you said like the bed sheets are starting to spread to the curtains, right?
Yes.
He's gonna try to like kind of move it away from the curtains if he can.
Okay. So you grab the bed and you move it over.
Yeah, kind of like pull
Give
it
me a
away.
strength
from
check.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
And roll me a D100.
Okay.
This is the perks of my knowledge of fire as my time as a firefighter in the army.
Wait. This.
Yeah, there's a
fuck?
reaction from you doing this.
No. Do you hear? Is it the fudge one?
No.
Because I'm seeing like on the die roller, it's D20 and then it's
Do
fudge.
Do advanced dice roller and just type in
Yeah.
100.
Okay, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna take 5 fire damage as the fire that was on the side of the bed nearest the wall.
Mhm.
You just, as you moved it, you created a slight vacuum, pushing a
Mhm.
lot of oxygen into that. So there's a bit of a flare up, burns you a little bit, but you got it away from the wall. One of the curtains was still caught.
Damn it. Question now: does that fire 5 fire damage pass my fire resistance?
That's past it.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
a big swell up.
Gotcha. So -5. And you said the curtain was still caught either way?
Yes, one of the curtains.
Okay. Now, is there a way I can kind of grab the curtain without, like, going into this fire itself?
Sure.
Alright, I'll try to do that.
Okay. You grab the curtain.
I try to yank it off and just, like, put it, like, down somewhere else.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Yep.
Okay. Not bad. Yeah, you rip it off. You brace the other side of the curtain. You just tear it. It's a pretty shabby curtain. Rips pretty easily. Now
Yeah.
you have a flaming piece of cloth in your hand.
Now Conrad's gonna kind of try to just throw it to the ground, and just try to stomp it out.
Okay, too easy. Even with the fire, it's a standard fire, so you're able to pad it out with your fire resistance, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, Maria, you're at the door, you're banging.
Yeah.
Here, the door creaks down, and you look. There's nothing at eye level, and you look down, and there's the little girl.
Hi, fire, big fire next door. Nat is on fire. Help, 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 help.
And she just sighs and opens up the door, and in the middle of the floor, you see a coffin.
Is he not available? Is he not awake yet?
Just, he's in there.
Okay. Goes in, just opens it up, like creaks it, just to see whether he's rapid or not.
Okay. As soon as you start opening up the coffin,
Yeah.
dark blackish blue green smoke starts pouring out of it,
Mhm.
and you see the trail of smoke shoot off into the hallway.
Yeah, follows it.
As soon as you turn, you see Jacques fully formed at the door, and over the next few moments, you guys watch as all the flame in the room gets extinguished, all apart by one source. The one that's currently underneath the blanket that Dix is currently still trying to pad out. And Jacques is just standing. What is going on here? He's completely naked.
Okay. We're trying not to notice that now. You know, just like, Nat is on fire. I tried chucking water over, still on fire. I tried chucking more water, it's still on fire. Help. I don't know. I'm not the fire person here.
He sighs, and he grabs Dix on the shoulder and kind of like pulls him up. Dix, kind of startled by it, just kind of goes with it. Jacques reaches down. By this point, the blanket that he was trying to, suffocate the fire with is pretty crispy now. Like you can actually see Nat through it pretty well. She's kind of freaking out. She has that like, oh god, what's happening look. And Jacques just sits you up, Nat, and says, breathe. Breathe.
Sorry, that was just me coughing. She does breathe.
It's your power. Don't let it run wild. Bring it back in.
She does just keep breathing. She tries to relax.
Give me a wisdom check.
Yeah. Nope.
No. Oh.
You guys watch as she starts breathing and the fire starts to die down.
Ah,
And
jeez.
everyone, probably not Maria because she's probably still in the hallway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just keep it very clear.
yeah. So Dix and Conrad, you both take 10 fire damage.
And same deal as last time, right?
No, that's before your resistances.
Okay, so it's just -1 then.
Yeah, it is hot. Jacques fully recoils. You see like the scales of his arms like crisping up really well.
Calm down, Nat. Calm
I'm
down.
trying.
Just no, come on, just breathe. Do the opposite of what you just did. Give another wisdom check.
Okay.
Conrad's gonna try to move out of the way.
22.
You guys watch as this new raging inferno burns for a few moments. The floorboards are starting to creak and crake a little bit under the pressure and the heat. The room is horrible. Like all the smell that is gathered in the room is slowly kind of being burned away right now all at once. So it's pretty fucking just not smelling good. And yeah, it's not great. And then after a minute, it starts to die down a little bit. 2 minutes, it's just her hair, eyebrows. Another few moments pass, and all the fire's gone.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm just gonna poke my head in and be like, is everything okay?
I hope so.
Dix kind of looks around. Fuck no, it ain't. Look at this room.
Yeah, what the heck happened? You said that was on fire?
Yeah, that was on fire. I got a bucket. I chucked it on that. It didn't go out. I got another bucket. I chucked it on that. It didn't go out. And then I started to panic and panic. I'm not the fire person. That is the fire person. You're kind of a fire person.
Apparently, I woke up that way. No, I was sleeping that way.
Actually,
Oh, jeez.
wait. Can I have a quick scan around just to see if my stuff was in the room?
Oh, it was definitely in the room.
Can I find my stuff and make sure my stuff is okay?
Yes, you do see your stuff. It is perfectly fine. Most of the damage was relegated to the bed in the immediately surrounding area. I assume you guys probably have your stuff leaned against the opposite wall.
Conrad doesn't.
Conrad, you have no clue where your stuff is.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna hold my bag and just hug it.
It is a little squishy.
Yeah.
You immediately remember that there's something in there that you probably shouldn't have squeezed.
I look
Two
in
things to be exact.
Look in the bag.
Okay, there's some nasty cake and some okay cake.
I thought they gave the nasty cake to what's his face, the troll dude.
Did she?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, sorry.
And
My
I
bad.
remember on the last session I was eating cake with Shark, but I don't know how much of that was left.
Oh, I mean, he only had a bit of it.
Yeah, I thought that what's it called, the Dragon Girl Bitsrock ate the rest of it.
Yeah.
Well, of his.
No, okay.
I don't know how.
Still definitely a little bit of cake left.
Okay. Either way.
Well, now there was some cake left. I mean, it's still there. It's just a little less cake, a little bit more smush.
It's okay. I just hold it and squidge it.
A little
Yeah,
piece
that's
drips
like-
out of your bag.
Yeah.
That's just putting like a hand to her chest and like, oh, what happened? Why are you guys naked? Like, why is everything on fire?
Yeah, you look up and Conrad and Jacques are both just standing there naked.
Yeah,
Dix
I have
is also
questions on that.
partially naked.
I-
Because in the wake of trying to stifle the flames, a lot of his clothes burnt up.
I'm just gonna
So
look.
now you're just being stared by like three semi-naked and naked dudes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
look over. Does he have like severe burns?
He has a couple on his hands, but you kind of peek over and they are regenerating.
Okay. All is good then.
That's like, are you guys okay?
Dix kind of looks at his arms. I'll be fine, lass. Just give me a couple hours to heal. More importantly, who the hell's gonna pay me for this room?
I just like grab my coin purse and be like, here you go.
How much do you give him?
I'm just giving him the whole bag and waiting for see how much he takes
How
out.
much gold do you
I
have
have
in
a,
there?
have, like,
I have a fuck ton of gold.
So you
Just
hand
give him the whole
over your
thing?
bag of gold.
I don't know how much a room costs.
I'm asking you, are you handing over your entire bag of gold?
Well, that's the plan. See how much
Okay,
he
so you
takes
say,
out.
here you go, and you hand him your bag?
Just be like, I'd be like, I got some coin. I don't know how much you want, but take what you need.
Oh god.
Okay. Dix takes your coin bag, and he stomps out the room down the stairs.
Okay.
Go
Bang
ahead
goes
and
that
mark off
plan.
all of your gold.
Will do.
The choice.
Yeah, I mean, you literally chose to do that.
I know.
Okay.
I has nothing.
So,
I mean, that
quite a
should
bit in
calm
there.
things down. And you can make the
One
room
thing-
shiny.
You had a lot of gold in there.
I know I did.
Okay.
question, Rui, you said you found me downstairs. Did you see my stuff anywhere?
I had a bit of a pointed and at an issue to deal with.
Okay, but does anyone have like a cloth or anything first? Just because, you know, I gotta find my stuff.
Jacques immediately turns around and starts walking back to his room. Then you hear the door close.
Okay. Thanks, Zach. Conrad says as he walks away.
Where do you walk
Yeah.
away to?
Conrad's gonna try to go downstairs and see if he can find anything.
Okay, give me a
Wait.
perception check.
We might have a coffee or something.
Okay.
At this point, the commotion has caused both Gretel and Granite to show up.
I don't remember who's who.
Grendel was the wait. Oh no, like,
No, sorry, Gilneth and Granite. Gilneth is,
Granite.
and Granite is the slave that you guys purchased, sort of. Got dicks to purchase. Okay, you see a lot of stuff. None of it is yours. And Granite is standing there with his hands on his hips, just an eyebrow raised. And Gilneth is kind of like her elbows on the bar, head in her hands, just kind of staring at this display of this young tiefling lad walking around, you know.
The bar naked. Yes. Hey, has anyone seen Crevasse anywhere?
Oh, I believe she was upstairs. She saw your one friend.
Which one?
Oh, the little fella.
Oh, okay. Okay. I gotta talk to her. I'm missing my stuff. Conrad says.
I mean, you could always go knock on the door.
Shall do. Yeah. I'll be back. Conrad says. He goes upstairs.
Is Ruria still in the girls' room?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just gonna slowly turn and say, "Thank you, Ruria."
Nothing. I mean, that's no problem. It's all good.
You see Conrad just streaking down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, do you
wait,
see-
Conrad.
Halfway through the conversation, yes, you do see Conrad coming back up the stairs.
I do, and I'm like, yeah, Conrad, wait.
I was gonna say.
Get it? What?
Wait, what are you saying?
What'd you need? I'm kind of busy.
Did you need something to cover yourself, or?
I assume he's having this conversation facing the other way.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. Kinda, yeah.
Nat checks her bag, and she's gonna look through her bag, and she's gonna pull out her shirt,
Okay.
and yeah, Nat's just gonna go up to him and just boop him with it, just see, he's like, try that.
He tries it.
Okay, you're now Donald Ducking it.
Okay.
Because again, on someone like,
yeah, I know, yeah.
it's
I
a
don't
pretty
think this is
long
gonna help.
shirt.
Go.
On Conrad, he's about the size of Lowire, so this shirt actually fits pretty okay.
Well,
So like, you're tugging it down to cover stuff, but you're straight up Donald Ducking it.
Nat's
I
like, sorry.
appreciate the gesture that he takes off the shirt and he's like,
Sorry, I
"It's
thought it
the
was shorter.
lower half. It's the
I
lower
thought-
half that's the problem, not the top half."
Maybe you can use it to cover that.
Ro's gonna
Um,
hear this commercial bag. Takes off cloak, chucks it over Conrad. There you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Jeez.
Not you owe me my gold.
And Conrad goes back up to Crevasse's room.
I think you should, in all fairness, you should tell her how much gold she owes you then.
I will. Fun times, because I actually did clip this, so I would remember. Fun times now. Come on, let me get that image back up. I had 1,461 gold, 13 silver, and 12 copper. Hi.
Rue was just saying that.
I mean, she just said you owed her gold.
It's like, well, okay, but did you have to give him the whole bag?
You set the room on fire. I don't know how much it costs to,
You
fix
could
it.
have asked him.
Above game, that's like almost enough to buy a house.
I was about to say, yeah.
Rury's not used to having this much gold. I'm leaving it as that. You're like, I don't know. I just gave him the pouch, and I didn't think it would take the whole thing. Oh.
Okay. As
I'll see.
Rhea
what I
looks
can do,
really
he says.
depressed, Nat looks really confused. Conrad, you head up to the next floor.
Yep.
You head over to Kravas's room.
Knock knock.
Okay. You hear do 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 reek, and the door opens.
Who do I see?
You see Sin walking out.
Sin. Do you see my stuff in there?
Oh yeah. It's over in the corner.
Thank you.
You might want to wipe it off as he continues down the stairs.
What? Carson says as he enters the room.
You see Kravas, like, if a beholder could be laid out on a bed, she is.
So is she like passed out to sleep?
No, her eyes partially open.
Okay. Conrad's just like, say, hi, I'm just here to get my stuff. He kind of goes over.
Yeah, it's over there.
Thank you.
Don't worry about, stuff.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I thought I had magic hands. And she just starts giggling.
Conrad chuckles a little bit. And so first thing to do is to count to see if he has all his stuff there.
Yeah,
Okay,
all your
so,
shit
yeah.
is there. But you do
So-
notice that the top portion of your bag
Mhm.
is like oily.
What would it be to figure out what that is?
Perception check. Let's just go with a perception check. Just
Sure.
identify it real quick. Okay, not too bad for you. You kind of get your nose next to it, you sniff it, you rub your hand on it a little bit. It's scented, like lavender almost. This is
So
probably
what-
like some body sex oil stuff.
Oh, Conrad's like, okay. He just like kind of gets all his stuff now that it's all accounted for, and he just heads over down to the guy's room.
Okay, you do so.
So once he heads down there, he's gonna get himself, properly attired, and
Okay.
yeah, maybe try to like wipe some of that stuff off, as Sin said.
Okay. What do you wipe it off with?
That's a good point. I'm
You do have a cloak.
not gonna rub. I'm gonna be that much of a dick.
We're into the room, but I sigh for her.
Sin, do you mind, using your
Sin
magic
ain't
to-
there.
Well, oh shit, that's right. He just left.
You have no idea where he went.
Yeah.
He's not in the boys' room though.
Okay. He's not in the boys' room. Is there like a sheet or something like that in there?
I mean, the bed sheet.
Yeah, he's gonna get that like the corner edge of it and just kind of wipe it off from that.
Okay. Have you ever tried to wipe oil off of something without like anything to wipe it off?
Yeah, it's not really.
Kind of smears.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's happening.
Okay, well that's as best as I can get it.
Okay. You have a smeared bag. Got it.
Yep.
Smells nice though.
So once Conrad is attired, and he'll take off the travel cloak, and he'll go back to ladies and go like, here's your cloak back.
Girls.
Girls.
So
Jesus Christ, were you guys not paying attention at all?
I was paying
Apparently
attention.
not.
I spaced
Oh,
out.
so you were paying attention. You just didn't care to answer. Got it.
I
Okay.
spaced out. It's all
Conrad
good.
comes back in and he has the cloak.
He hands it to you, Rhea.
Okay. Thank you.
He's actually not like
Puts
he's
it back
avoiding your
on.
guys' gaze, and he's like, I will see you guys downstairs, and he just goes downstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what are the girls doing?
Nat just puts the shirt back in the bag, and then. Is there a flask there?
Your flask?
Yeah.
Yes.
And she just grabs that, and then heads downstairs, but she does look to Ruya and says, "I'll talk with Dex and try and get it figured out." But
Okay. So you can set rooms on fire? I mean, I know you could always set rooms on fire, but you can set yourself on fire. Do we need a fire safety word? Just in
fire? Say what?
Nat, give me. I'm really a check. You've never self-immolated like that.
I've never done this before.
Okay.
There's no safety word. It happened when it happened when I was asleep.
Okay.
I will say though, it feels pretty reminiscent of when you activate your dress, where it wreaths you in fire, or your dragon flame mantle. Similar, just kind of amped up to 11.
Certainly feels familiar, but still nothing I've experienced before.
I mean, that's really cool you can do that now, but
Not cool when I'm sleeping, Ruya.
not cool when I'm sleeping next to you. I don't want to be burnt alive in my sleep. I don't want to be burnt alive at all, in all honesty.
I don't want to burn things when I'm sleeping.
Okay.
I just want to be awake when it happens, because it's fun to watch. But still.
Ruya giggles a bit. Like, okay. We'll think this out.
You need a drink? She like just gently jiggles the flask in front of her.
Chugs it. Like, there you go. You need a drink?
Yeah. She drinks it.
Wait. You chugged the flask?
No, she's.
No, I'm chugging it, like doing like big mouthfuls.
Nat's just taking a drink. Just nothing big.
Okay, give me a con check.
Okay.
Which one of us?
I'm guessing
The person who just tried to chug the endless flask.
Okay.
Fun times. I think this is justified chugging. Con check, you said.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. You cough quite a bit up, which causes you to like accidentally swallow more than you actually even intended. And it's a stressful morning. You know, your heart rate was up. Yeah, you're already starting to feel the effects.
That's good.
Nat like pats on the back when she starts coughing. They're there.
We'll figure out fire safety protocol of screaming and running for our lives. So as you said, the room's on fire. Okay. Heads downstairs.
Nat sighs deeply. Fire's never safe.
Okay. As you guys head downstairs, Reyna.
Yes.
You're having a hot, steamy dream. Grendel's there. Sinmel's there. And Granite's there.
Not complaining.
Gosh. Oh, Grendel, the way she moves her tentacles along your face. Oh, it feels so great. Oh, it's so wet. And as you begin to patter your eyes, you're getting licked on the face by a horse.
Ah!
And it kind of clots away a little bit.
I didn't say stop, but wipes myself off.
You feel just mud against your face.
Right. I guess I can't dream forever. Reyna's gonna get up and take in her surroundings. What time is it?
It's early morning.
I suppose early bird gets the worm. My chores, have I had any time before, like in the morning, to do stuff before I get straight to work, or have I been just going straight to work recently?
What do you mean?
Like, is there time to eat and have breakfast and then work, or have I just been waking up working?
Yesterday was your first day of chores.
Oh,
This is literally the first morning.
all right. Well, I'm going to get up and see. Is it who's my handler right now?
Remy.
Is Remy around actually? And I'm going to look around.
Give me a perception check.
Yep. And hold on, get my shit. Just taking a second to load. Sorry. Perception. There we go.
Okay. You look around. You're kind of in the stable barn area. There's a couple animals that are kind of out of their pens. They're just kind of wandering around. It's a lot of kind of beasts of burdens within this barn section. Barn's pretty massive. You kind of look at the stalls. You kind of start creeping through. You don't see her.
She's probably busy. She also let some of the animals out. Can I just, by the way, what have I been sleeping in? Was it a pile of hay or?
I believe you said you just passed out in a pile of hay.
Okay.
I think that was probably the most comfortable place.
Fair. Well, I think I'll grab something to eat and get to chores. Yeah, I'm gonna head to somewhere get some breakfast.
Okay. As you head out the barn, are you going out the corral side or the water side? There's two doors on the barn area to the left and the right.
The water side sounds nice.
Okay. As you go to step out, you kind of step out, sun's up in the sky, it's early morning. There's a light bit of dew just surrounding like the pond area because of moisture and the precipitation and condensation of like desert, this random oasis over here. It's nice. It's kind of cool. And then a hair raises on the back of your neck. As you are tumbled forward, last thing you realize is water, sky, and splash. Oh my god, I can't breathe.
While I roll? Try to fight this?
Right now, just give me a perception check.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay, you kind of in your tumble, you're like, what the? You're now in the pond.
Did I lose my footing? Is it that I lost my footing, or is something pull me in?
I mean, and you look around in the water, there's nothing pulling you. Do you surface?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to surface.
Okay. As soon as you surface, you see a crouched down, kneeling Remy, just kind of head slightly cocked. Her eyes, her pupils look very feline-like. And you can see the tips of her fingernails have formed into claws. And you can see that her canine and teeth are more fang-like. And she's just kind of head tilt, like almost looking at you like you were a prey.
One arm on the surface, the other hand going finger crossbow. Hey, you have to push me in.
And without saying the word, she slowly just starts moving towards the left and starts darting off in a different random direction.
Do you want me to follow, or? I guess I'll follow. Pull myself out of water. I'm just going to. Well, did she just wander off too far out of sight?
I mean, she disappeared into some of the greenery. She's fast.
I'm just going to yell. So, is that a yes or no for me getting breakfast? No. I'm just gonna keep going this way. If it's a no, push me back in. Okay. Okay. I keep walking.
Okay. You start going south of the barn to kind of loop around. As soon as you get towards like the peak of the bottom part, you see that little tiny hallway section almost.
This or this?
It's this.
Oh, okay. Yes.
As soon as you're walking below that, once again you're just kind of walking and you're in the bush now. Kind of a thumping pain in your head. This time you take 4 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, I take it. I just start working then. Got it. Just nursing my head. 4 points. Put that to 62.
And you look around and there's no sign of anything.
All right. You win. Morning chores first. Gonna get up and I'm gonna start tending to the animals, I guess.
Okay. How do you do so?
I'm gonna start checking the food troughs, checking if any of them made any messes at night, cleaning the stalls.
Okay. You do so. And you go at it for a good hour and a half. There's a lot of animals, lots of feeding trays, waters. The first day you were kind of pointed out to where a lot of the stuff is.
Mhm.
And you're not stupid, so you just go back and kind of follow the same route. Just a few messes to clean up. The big massive clean that you did yesterday cleaned up a lot of stuff that was probably sitting there for a minute. So you did kind of a good job, so there's not a lot of work to do this morning. And as soon as you go to exit again water side, like once everything's done, by the pond where you were kicked in, you see a tray of food.
Okay, I think I get how this works now. I'm gonna wash my hands and face the pond, and then I'm gonna take the tray.
Okay. You have the tray.
I'm going back to my pile of hay, and I'm eating.
Okay.
If any
There are 0 utensils.
Yeah, Raina doesn't care. Just dig right in.
And honestly, after the yesterday and today's work and getting your butt beat a little bit first thing in the morning, meal's pretty fucking good. It's simple, but it's good. It's that like holy shit I busted my ass meal. Like oh god, it just your body cries out for the nutrients.
While I'm eating, do any animals approach?
No.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna eat all myself.
The animals around here know not to fuck with people when they're eating because of a certain someone.
Fair enough.
Like a couple of the animals look over, kind of sniff at what you got, but none of them approach.
What am I eating?
Basic breakfast, eggs, side of pork belly and stuff like that. Some kind of like tack bread. Not really full palace dining that you're used to. This is probably like soldiers' quarters or
Okay,
soldiers' rations.
Those eggs I'm tossing into the whatever carnivore animal trough next to me.
There would be 0 in this barn.
Huh. Nothing that would eat eggs?
Nope.
Grimace and just oh.
You are aware that all carnivores roam the oasis area.
Carnivores.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're the only free roaming animals in this area.
Be reprimanded if I wasted even more food. Just the plug nose and swallow eggs whole.
They are delectable.
Yes,
That bit of sulfuric kind of flavor and tinge kind of goes away quickly just because you're like, oh, this is gross, but oh god, it feels good going down the throat because it's food.
Mm-hmm.
But you finish your breakfast.
Huh. Even the eggs weren't bad. Not bad. Place the tray wherever I found it. Just like I don't know where else to put it, so guess whoever buys will take it from here. back to work, I guess.
What do you do?
For now, I guess I'm just going to tend to any animals. Sit if anything needs to be done. Like, if an animal gets into a fight, break it up. Just what a shepherd, I imagine, will do.
Okay. Besides a few of the animals roaming the barn, there's really nothing to tend to. You've cleaned the poop, you fed them. Um, as far as like handling the animals, that was not really on your list of stuff to do.
That's fair. Is there anything on my list I might need to do that Ryan, the player, has forgotten?
Realistically, you've just done everything that you did the previous day. Even yesterday, you weren't like really given instructions by Remy. She mostly pointed at stuff and grunted.
So, as I'm just sitting here, I'm just going to yell out, so, anything you want me to do? Or am I free to go for a bit?
No response.
How about we play the game where I start walking one way, and if it's a no, you hit me again? Want to do that?
No response.
Okay, I'm just going to start walking. Hit me if it's a no. I'm going to start going to exit, like, towards the palace.
Okay, so you go through the corral side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You start going through the corral. It's a little bit more open space. Are you keeping an eye out?
Keeping an eye out as in I'm expecting it, but I'm not going to, like, try to avoid it either.
Okay, give me your perception check.
Oop.
Okay. You start walking through the corral. You hear a rustling. You look over, and it's one of the pack animals just kind of grazing. You pause. You continue going. You hear another noise, nothing. You see the door, and as soon as you go to reach towards the door, you feel a slap on your neck. In a jingle.
Did you just bell me?
Do you look?
I don't really look, but I put my hands to my neck.
There's a collar now around your neck.
I mean, if
with
you just...
a chain that's about a foot off of it. Like it's connected to the collar and then it goes about a foot and it just stops. Like there's nothing else.
I'm just going to assume that if I walk this way, and as I say that, I'm going to take a step towards the door,
Okay.
that you're going to pull on it, huh?
Nothing.
Just look at it, pull on the chain a bit. Well, I'm not going to say no, if that's what you're asking. But normally, people are a bit more upfront to ask for consent first.
No response.
Okay, then. Put my hand to the door.
Okay. You're touching a door.
Can I open the door and keep going?
Okay. You now just went into the storeroom.
Well, I guess I'm allowed in here then, unless the color or something. You know, this would be a lot faster if you gave me something to do.
No response.
I also feel this is a one-sided conversation.
No response. But you found the stable's storehouse.
I'm just gonna mindlessly go in here and just look through it, just curious. I'm gonna assume this is somewhere that Raina isn't really usually explored.
You've never been in this room.
Hmm.
It's just barrels full of stuff, bags of grain, like it's basically where a more sealed up area to stockpile stuff for all the barn and oasis caregiving. There's like seed stuff for grass, like just a lot of random stuff. A few farming tools, a few shovels, rakes, things like that. A couple of
Yeah.
pitchforks.
A little stocked, I suppose. You know, the simple life could have been easy. I wouldn't mind taking care of animals. It's not like it's a horrible punishment. Though it's not as fun as sneaking around. You know, I'm just going to keep pretending that you're listening to everything I'm saying. Remy. Hmm. Though, you know, sometimes I wonder if you understand it. As I'm saying this, I'm just walking through. Is there like a exit to this room, or is it just the same door I came through?
Same door.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk out and just. Okay, Remy. Okay. Just. Could you do me a favor? Pop out of a bush and point at something you want me to do. Getting bored, and I might take another nap if it keeps going this way.
No response.
I'm going to go lay down in hay. Just wake me when you have more punishment.
Okay. You go and sit on some hay.
Just put a piece of hay in my mouth, lay back and relax.
Okay. How long do you plan on doing this?
Reina's going to basically be bluffing for about 15 minutes, but after that she's going to get bored and stomp off to the palace.
Okay, 15 minutes pass.
Okay, this is infuriating. I would have rather have been doing training or something at this point. Oh, I'm just gonna see if someone else around the palace needs some punishment. Or, well, needs to put me through punishment. Alright, fine. And I'm gonna head towards the palace borders.
Okay. Which entrance are you going?
Is there an entrance, like... Hold on a second. Sorry. Neighbors are coming.
There's an entrance here,
Uh-huh.
here, and here.
Oh, and
This
just...
goes into the guard room. This is a connecting point. And this is the main entrance.
This is... I'll go through here.
Okay. You do so.
Is anyone around?
Yes, there are a few keepers of the palace. There's a few guards standing station. A few of them look at you in recognition of who you are. And as you're standing in there a moment, like taking in the sights and sounds, like one of the guards kind of grabs his nose and goes,
Yes, I'm aware. I'm going to go take a bath. Is there a bath in the palace, I assume?
There's quite a few.
I'm beelining into the closest one or whatever one that Reina usually uses.
Okay. And as you start stepping through the palace, one of the keepers starts following you in your footsteps to clean up the trail that you're leaving.
Slight blush on her face and just trying to not make as much mess as possible, being mindful.
Okay. You let me guess, head to the royal court members, the brass court members area.
If that's the one she typically uses, yes.
Okay. You head into the T section that leads to it. You open up the door. The guards salute you as you pass through. As soon as you get through that door, the previous handmaiden that was kind of cleaning your footsteps up stops there. And as soon as you traverse into the next area, a different handmaiden kind of sees you enter and starts cleaning up your path.
Just at the one point, just like, you know, when you're walking through a store and you know you're making so much trouble, but you just can't feel so bad and you said sorry too many times.
No.
That's Rain. Okay, fine, fuck you. That's Reina just walking through, just like trying to hide her embarrassment, just like sorry, I'm sorry.
There's no response. They just continue to clean.
and just at every step, every time I make a mess, just sorry, and just all the way to the bath.
Okay. You make your way to the bath, and it's completely empty. The entire walk over there. You'd expect this early to see at least one of the other Royal Guard members. Nothing. Eerily quiet in this area.
You know what? I'm not going to complain about the quiet. Just, is the handmaid follow me into the bath, or am I in privacy?
Oh, no. As soon as you got to that door, she stopped, and once you got into the bathroom, a different handmaiden who was stationed there took over.
As soon as I'm able to be next to the bath, I'm just going to just strip everything off and just jump into the bath, just like, oh, I needed this.
Okay, do you take the collar off?
I'm going to kind of adjust it, but I'm sure this is here for a reason.
Okay. As soon as you go to adjust it, you feel the chain being tugged right through the closed door that you just came through.
Of course, a magical chain.
But as soon as you let go of it, it stops.
Okay, so let me see if I understand how this is going to work. When I am needed, no matter where I am, this chain's probably going to pull me in the direction, isn't it? No need to answer. I know you're probably watching me, Remy.
I'm sorry, I cannot help you, my lady.
I wasn't referring to you, but thank you so much. You having someone here while I talk to myself helps so much.
She looks very confused, very concerned, and she starts picking up all your dirty clothes and she takes them out.
Could you get me a pair of fresh ones while you're out?
Oh, these will be taken care of. Of course, my lady.
Thank you very much.
She exits out. You take a wonderful hot bath. It's pretty awesome. It's nice, hot, refreshing, and as soon as you sit inside of it, a lot of the filth just seems to melt away. Even before you scrub and wipe, these baths have always had a weird property about getting clean. As if the water itself is pulling the muck off of you. That's what now?
Wonderful. Sorry, my volume's a bit low. Okay.
And after about 10 minutes, the attendee comes back with your clothes, and they are folded up and clean, and she sets them over on a table, and she walks towards the door and just kind of stands there.
Oh, thank you so much, dear.
She nods. But your bath is nice and enjoyable.
Raina is going to just enjoy it for as long as she head out.
Okay. You do so.
After that, well, I guess I should see what the others are up to.
Okay.
I hope they're not getting into too much trouble. Hopefully they didn't set a bar on fire while
Okay. What do you do?
I'm going to head to Dick's halfway in.
Okay. Which exit do you take?
Front door, I suppose.
Okay. As you continue through, still a very unusual lack of Royal Guard members. Not a single one.
I should be concerned about this, shouldn't I?
It's weird not to see at least one of them.
Just 2 hands to the mouth. Anybody out there?
A lot of guards look over at you with an eyebrow raised.
The closest one, I'm going to say, hey, come here.
Yes.
Where
He
are
doesn't.
the
Stays right in place.
Where are the rest of the Royal Guards?
King called a meeting this morning. I do not know where they went.
A meeting? And
Yes.
I wasn't called?
That is above my rank.
Oh, okay then. Was there? I guess left. It won't be left to you, I assume.
What? You broke up a lot.
Sorry about that. I've been adjusting my mic a lot. I'm going to assume that you. So I guess Remy will have
Okay,
thoughts over now.
You broke up again.
All right, hold on.
It's the same exact point too.
Yeah.
How's this?
I don't know. You're gonna have to talk.
Well, I'm going to assume if there was any orders left for me, Remy will have given them to me. Or-
I would assume so, as he just kind of awkwardly stares at you.
Hmm.
You've never talked to this guard in your life.
I'm sure that happens a lot with Reina. Just talking to them as if she knows them. Just like, all right, thank you so much. Never see you again. Thank you so much. I'm going to. Well, I don't need to tell you what I'm going to do. I'll be back though, and I'm going to head out to the halfway in, making mental notes of all of them being gone.
And as you walk away, the guard kind of leans over towards the other one, like kind of across the hallway from his position. He whispers something as you're walking away.
I want to hear that. Perception for that?
Sure. You ain't hearing shit.
Did I forget to get dressed?
I mean, you're dressed.
Okay, good. Because I'm sitting here just like, did I just not say put on clothes? All right. Did I see him whisper or anything?
Yeah, you heard him whispering. You just couldn't make it out.
I hope you don't mind me asking. What was you two whispering about?
Oh, nothing.
Insight?
I mean, you heard them whisper.
Well then, if it was nothing, you wouldn't mind sharing.
Sorry, my lady. I just meant nothing by it.
Meant nothing by what? You whispering behind my back.
I apologize.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just a bit on edge. No one's around. Okay, just sorry. Out of place for me to ask. I'm going to head out because I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
As soon as you walk away, you hear him whisper again.
Okay, you apologize, and then you do it again.
That wasn't me, ma'am.
I clearly saw you
I
whispering.
did not see him because you turned away to walk away, and you heard a whisper.
I bluff saying I clearly saw you whispering.
It wasn't me.
Okay, then who was whispering?
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, ma'am.
I'm going to tap my head and be like, remind me, what was the Iltha that's, what the name of the Iltha again?
Which one?
The one in the Sultan's court.
That would be Kraz Graz.
Cross, is that you? I'm just thinking in my head.
You think in your head?
Now I'm going to say out loud, Cross, if this is you. The whispering's putting me on edge. Is there something you want?
The guard has an eyebrow raised, just kind of questioning, like just a very questioning look.
Oh, okay then. If I walk again and I hear whispering, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to like it. And walk away again.
Okay.
And I'm going to just start heading out of the palace.
Okay. You get more of a distance, you can hear a subtle whisper behind you.
Just out loud, for the love of... Is this supposed to be a test? And I'm just saying loud, yelling to nothing. Like, is this a test or a part of the punishment? Just to have whispers in my head.
Oh, it definitely was not in your head.
Is there a way I can discern the location it's coming from?
Sounded like behind you. It's
All
hard to
right,
ascertain. It was a very subtle whisper.
I'm gonna turn around, start walking the closest I can approximate it came from.
It's hard to say. I mean, you could go walk back to the guards. Or continue on. You can do whatever you would like.
Raina and Ryan don't know what to do at this point. I would really like if someone stopped whispering. It's okay. Okay. Fine. Keep your secrets. And I'm just gonna head out, just ignoring the whispering.
Okay. You make your way through the main entryway through the palace, and you start making your way through the market, past the bazaar, and towards Dick's Halfway Inn. Okay, the rest of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You guys just came down into the bar area of Dick's Halfway Inn.
Okay. So are we all assembled at the bar here? Except for Reina as of now?
You don't see Sin. Jacques isn't there, Dragon Girl ain't there, it's just you three.
Okay.
Gilneth is there, Dix is also there, and Granite and Shale are currently eating at the bar.
Is there a spare table?
I mean, there are plenty of spare tables.
Okay. We're just gonna go to random spare table. Doesn't particularly care which one. But just
Okay.
I have a question above game. Is the Dick's Halfway Inn still in the shut down phase from being paid off?
I mean, it doesn't look like anyone's in here.
Oh, I was just asking above game. Okay.
I mean, I can only give information to what you know.
Oh no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Rhea, you do notice that there's a oddly tiefling-shaped, like, smudge on one of the tables.
I'm just gonna look at it. Then look at Comrade. Look at the smudge. Can I is there a check to
You
see
knew
whether
which
this is in
table.
smudge?
You know what table he woke up on, so yes, this is the table.
I'm just gonna
It's very faint, but you know, with your keen senses,
yeah.
you notice it. Just kind of tickles you a little bit.
I'm gonna just look at Comrade, smile a bit, but then go to like the furthest table away from that table.
Okay. You do so.
Yeah.
You guys watch as Rhea just walks past the table, smiles at Conrad, and goes sits down.
Alright, just like raises an eyebrow, like, okay.
Nat, Conrad, what are you doing?
Gilnef's the waitress, right?
Yes.
Alright. Hey, Roy, are you feeling hungry?
I mean, yeah, but looks to a bag. Looks to Nat. Trying not to look sad, but
That's gonna pay Conrad gold to buy him all food.
Just like, I'd say that's a good question. Is Dixer still there? Does he look upset at all?
He's currently counting money out of the bag.
Okay. Gotcha. Hey, Gilnef?
Yeah, how can I help you, dear?
I was just wondering when you guys are free, if we can get some food.
Sure. 3 breakfasts?
Yes, please.
Coming right up. And she disappears back into the kitchen.
Conrad's gonna go sit by the table where Ruyo was at now.
Yeah, and that's gonna walk up to where Dix is,
Okay.
and she's gonna go up to him, or at least to the counter. Like, where exactly is he?
He's behind the bar.
Okay, behind. Yeah, she's just gonna go up to the counter and say, "Sorry about the room, Dex. I woke up that way. I
Oh, with a girly, say what you're gonna say.
well, aside from the apology, I was just gonna ask how much the damages were."
He sighs. He's like, more than this girl, or less than this girl had. And he finishes counting a stack, and he pushes the bag of coins towards you again.
Like, more than she had?
No, less than she had.
Oh, less than she had. Okay, so there's.
And then
three
he slides the coins that he stacked into a different box. And with a very quick pace, he grabs the scruff around your shirt and dress, and he brings you in real close. His big eyes just kind of looking down at you. You can kind of smell his morning breath, his half troll teeth just kind of sitting in there. Not pretty. He's like, "Don't do it again," and he lets go.
It wasn't on purpose. I won't do it again.
And Granite starts laughing.
Wait. So he pretty much left the money that was left. Like,
He gave you Ruia's coin purse back, and there's still coin in it.
okay. And that we'll take that, and then go to give it back to Ruia.
Okay, and as you take the bag, Granite leans in and whispers something to Shale. And Shale says, "Oh, really?" and starts giggling and heads up the stairs.
Can I do a perception check on that?
I'm going to say no, because these two are very practiced at telling secrets to each other without other people hearing, because, brother-sister bond.
Sure, I give the bag back to Ruia.
Yeah, so
We're
Nat comes back with your bag.
just looks like immediately happy and be like, "Thank you." Check. And it's like, there is no one else apart from us in the bar, right?
It's just you guys.
Okay. We're just gonna.
And Shale, who's running up to the second floor.
Cool.
Giggling.
We're just gonna like count up her coin, just to see like how much she's got.
It's missing 500.
Okay. That's okay. That's still a hefty sum. All good.
You're out of character. You are so fucking lucky. Like literally so fucking lucky.
I will say Grom's coinage that he gave the other day definitely helped the circumstance. Or Dix probably would have taken it all.
Again.
And you guys have yet to bitch about him changing prices all the time and overcharging you for everything.
Yeah. And again, I'm half thinking, okay, this is compensation for the room, this is compensation for the hassle, this is compensation so we don't get immediately kicked out. It's all good.
Yeah. There's at least 100 gold for pissing him off fee. Kinda.
Yeah. Okay, so minus 500 gold. Still good.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
How much did he take? Nat says.
Just over a third. It's okay. It's okay.
And that's like, you sure?
Again, we just need to come up with fire safety protocol.
Yeah, I don't even know how that happened, and he really does not want it to happen again.
Yeah.
Jacques kind of calmed you down there, right? Like, as I understand, he kind of has the same kind of powers as you do. Think he could teach you how to control it?
Maybe. But
I mean, he did it just now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I'm useless when it comes to fire, so shrugs.
I can make fires. I can't put them out. So yeah.
well, all he told him was to calm down. But
Yeah. Maybe.
so are we?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's like, are we gonna need a room or are we still just staying in the same room?
Do you want my honest opinion or the nice opinion?
Just give me the opinion. It doesn't matter what.
I don't want to burn in my sleep because you're on fire in your sleep. That sounds bad.
Yes, it does.
I mean, you've seen my does the whole finger gesture thing of, you know, my healing capability. Yeah. No.
Can't exactly do something about fire that
I mean, Chuck calms
that
you
erupts
down.
for when I sleep. And when
Yeah,
I'm
like I
awake,
said. I'm saying maybe he could teach you like some exercises so that it doesn't get out of control like that.
Yeah. Like breathing exercises or
Yeah.
calming exercises.
Yes, because as we all know, Jacques is a model of self-control.
Exactly. As a
Yes,
character
thanks,
and a
voice of the
player.
hand.
Yeah.
just really can't afford to get kicked out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got enough for maybe one more fiery room.
Let's not plan on another one.
No. I mean, you two could share a room. You're okay with fiery stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you've shared
Wait,
rooms
what?
before.
Karen,
And
like,
nothing
just,
happened.
Karen, like, you know, it took a minute for him to register that, like, you know, she said the fire part, but then she said, you know, sharing the room part. He's like, wait, what?
Don't say it like that, Ruria.
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong though?
Mm.
Karen does look a little red as that, too.
Oh, redder.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't want to stay in the same room, is what I'm hearing here, right?
Not until we have fire safety.
Only you can prevent bedroom fires.
Or maybe some alarm system where if there is a fire, an alarm goes off. I don't know how this all magic stuff works.
A fire alarm?
Yeah, fire alarm.
You have no idea what she's talking about.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, I'm sure you and Bartum had fire drills. He sounds like the type.
You know, it's when the cremation gets really, really bad.
Yeah, bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
Burns will caught. Just in case you guys ran fire drills.
Yeah.
He's like clanging the pot right overhead.
Yep,
Wake up, wake up!
I can see that. That was probably something that actually happened, legit.
Yeah. It'd be like her first cremation and she fucked it up.
I thought you said bake for $4.50.
That reminds me of in real life accidentally almost set a microwave on fire.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, at this point, Gilneth arrives with 3 breakfasts.
Thank
Not
you.
pies.
Ooh.
Okay.
They are just simple breakfasts, but you know, that's a good portion of food.
Nice.
Eat 'em. You're going to be our only customers today, so I mean, gotta get some use out of the kitchen.
Oh, do we have another day here?
Well, I mean, Grom, the poor boy didn't really say how long we were being rented out, and honestly, with that sum, he could have bought us out for an entire month. So we'll just keep it to you guys for a couple days, and then we'll open up the doors.
Okay, thanks.
Plenty enough to other taverns for those drunkards to get their stuff. As she walks away.
Okay.
Nat's in her mind just wishing she could just stay in the fancy, the fancy inn and set the room on fire.
Yeah, because you guys could definitely survive that debt.
Nope. Not at
No.
all.
No.
But they said, if it's closed for a while, maybe they'll have a room, an extra room available.
Do you guys eat?
Yes.
Kara does, yeah.
I'd be insulted if we didn't.
Okay, it's pretty fucking tasty. And right about when you guys are finishing with your meals, Shale comes skipping back down the stairs with a big smile on her face. And she walks up behind Granite, jumps on his back and says, "It's done, brother." And he's like, "Good." And she goes and sits in the stool next to him.
Burning calories sure made me hungry, Nat.
What's a calorie?
I have no idea.
We were trying to say calorie, but can't.
Conrad, give me a nature check as you
Shall
think
do.
some beast that you've faced before. Damn it. Really hoping for a nat one. Yeah, you've never heard of such a beast.
Yeah, I never heard of such a beast, but I'll remember that fire is the best way to destroy it.
Conrad will remember this.
That's okay.
Question now, have you thought about starting your own cremation business? I mean, it'd be really cheap if the wood fires and stuff to run.
Start my own what?
Cremation business.
Cremation is when you burn the body as a form of burying it instead.
Yeah. Instead of having a wood pile, we have a nut pile.
Maybe. Yeah, she like holds a finger out, inhales, and then just says maybe.
I guess it would also depend on the custom too, because not every religion follows that.
Oh yeah, I mean I could do the berry stuff.
Yeah, that's
and the
fair.
funeral righty stuff. I wasn't allowed to play with the fire much. I mainly sat and watched those.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay, you guys have already finished your food.
The numbing on air. Num.
She's like,
Okay.
She's pretending to numb.
Yeah, she's just got like a fork in her mouth, like. Oh.
I mean, she is kind of intoxicated.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. So what do you guys want to do for today?
I mean, I do want to go to the market and find some, just some stuff. I haven't explored it much, I don't think.
I don't know that feeling because I'm not. Connor's gonna whisper. I'm not too good on funds right now. So yeah.
I mean, I've got coin, and at that point, Murray just like gets up and walks out.
The
Oh,
front
she just
door?
left?
Yeah, she just walks out.
No.
You gotta leave
That-
your stuff in the room.
Well, I have my coin purse, right?
Yeah, I was talking about like your gear.
I will take my gear. Yeah.
Is Maria trying to go out the front door?
She goes towards the front door, then immediately pauses and then starts heading upstairs.
That's like a mess. Like Maria, away.
Maria,
Mhm.
you get up to the room and you are met with a sight. You go to open up your room, and the first thing you notice is your room no longer looks like the room that you left it as. The entire floor is now thick green luscious grass. The bed, once a charred husk, is now reformed wood mattress, and there seems to be a blanket of flowers over it. Not like a flowery blanket, no, a literal blanket of flowers.
Oh my god.
Um, and the curtain that was burnt is now just a series of almost looks like stitched together leaves.
We're just gonna like rub her eyes a bit, like slaps herself in the face a little bit, be like, did I drink that much? I mean,
I'm
is
gonna feel
all
so
my
bad if
stuff
that gets
like
burned
still
down.
there, or has it turned into a bush?
No, your stuff's there.
Okay, I will pick up my stuff. Triple check my eyesight, make sure it's all functioning.
Yeah, and the walls have all been painted.
Okay.
One of them looks to be kind of stick figure-ishy, of a girl with whitish hair,
Mm.
holding hands with a slightly taller woman with red hair, and another one with dark skin and white hair, and both of them holding in their hands little like pixie-looking people, and they all seem to be skipping through a forest. Another wall has like the same little girl with the white hair being chased by like a pack of dogs. And then like a scene next to it is literally like her hiding behind a very tall looking dark skinned person, whose like chest is pointing out towards the dogs and they're all like whimpering and running away.
um,
Then there's a rainbow horse with wings, a couple pictures of stars on one of the walls. You look on the ceiling and it's a whole like kind of cosmos situation, like a sun, some stars, another planet. Um,
we're at this point is gonna essentially draw all like the little pictures that, like all the little pictures in her notebook, and go up to the air and be like, Nat, as long as you're not fiery, you're gonna wanna see this.
okay, wait. So you draw this, and then
Um,
you head downstairs.
No, I'm grabbing the urban thing
Okay.
to say.
Okay, Nat and Conrad, you hear this.
See what? Conrad is hearing back.
You just need to come see this. It's nice.
Okay, Conrad heads up.
Nat heads up too.
You guys see the same sight that I described to Maria.
And Maria's got like
wow.
the happiest look on her face. She's just drawing the images.
Yeah, like I said, Nat has like this really like, oh gosh, like if it burns down, she's gonna feel really bad because it looks very nice.
Man, if only Sim was here, I think he would actually appreciate this.
I
Has
mean,
anyone seen him?
Yeah, he was in Crevass's room. I guess he saw her after me.
Maria's just going back up to her. It's like, look at the seat. There's you, and then there's me, and then there's Mithrak, and then points to another and be like, there's you, and then there's Mithrak, and then there's
Fifth
me.
Rock is not on any of these.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Random white head girl. Or do I recognize white head girl?
Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Give me that check for anyone who's trying to figure out who the fuck the pictures is.
I have an idea, but I'll do a check.
I has the ideas.
Okay. Maria,
Mhm.
Conrad.
Yes.
The picture with the Nat and obviously Maria, not too easy. But then you look over and you see the similar looking, almost male look one. That seems to be a lot larger. And in any reference that he's on the wall, he seems to be protecting the little one. You could put two together.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think, what's her name? Shayla might have done this.
Oh, that is just delightful.
And you watch in the grass that you guys are standing at as a flower blooms.
Oh. What type of flower?
It is Kenan Andrus.
I'm gonna nod and agree and pretend to know what that means.
Agreed. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. So is there still a door like way here, like, or do we just like kind of portal across?
No, you guys are in the room.
Okay, yeah.
I know.
But as of right now, I mean, between the grass and everything else, that does not look like there was a fire in here at all.
Yeah. Very nice.
It actually smells very fresh in here too.
So do you guys like say what you think the picture means?
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I just said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, you said that. I think Shale did this.
Okay, yeah.
Shale did it.
We're just gonna like pop downstairs again. No, say anything of where she's going. See if she's Cheryl and just pat her on the head.
Wait, what do you do?
I go downstairs and pat Cheryl on the head.
Okay. As you reach out towards her, your wrist feels like it's being crushed as you look down and a very large hand has grabbed your wrist.
I was just saying thank you for the nice pictures upstairs.
And you look over and his eyes look like they are gemstones. You just see like a ruby red kind of glossed over look on his eyes.
Okay. Try and tuck it away. No patting your sister.
As soon as you pull away, he lets go.
Okay.
And Shale the whole time is you look over, she's doodling something on a piece of paper. Completely oblivious to this whole event happening.
It was nice. Pretty. That's a no. Just goes outside.
Okay. So Conrad, Nat, what are you two doing as you stand in the room?
Yeah, Conrad said yeah, Shale must have done this, but with her 15, she's still like trying to figure out what.
Oh, I think that Conrad pointed out, like, as old over there is Shale, and the bigger one is Granite.
Aww.
And that's RP friends, where we point at an object that does not exist in the first place to explain to someone else a situation that's all imaginary to begin with. I love D&D. Okay, so what are you two doing?
So, Nat.
Jesus Christ.
What? I didn't even say anything. Jesus.
I felt the intent from over here.
Yeah, like that was.
Okay, come on. You know what? I don't even say a word now. Like.
No, go on.
That says, yeah.
Did you want to have that talk now?
Yeah, we should.
All right, Conrad's gonna close the door. I don't know. She just started off. Conrad's gonna close the door.
Okay. Rhea, you're just kind of standing out in front of Dix right now.
Yeah. No, he's gonna just go back to the original plan of exploring the marketplace and stuff. Seems
Yeah.
about.
As soon as you go to like walk out, you see a familiar-looking rural guard member walking towards you.
Hello.
Oh, hey, nice seeing you out here.
Yeah.
Where's
And you
the
do
rest
notice
of
a
you?
new fashion accessory.
I just like lean forward just to look at it, inspect it, poke it.
When she pokes it, does anything happen to it?
Nope.
Yes. Apparently, Remy decided I needed to accessorize.
Looks pretty.
You have no clue who she's talking about.
Yeah.
I just realized you've
Yeah.
never been introduced to Remy as per name.
No.
And I'm gonna kind of like tug at the collar a bit, assuming it'll kind of magically pull in a direction.
Okay, you tug on the collar,
Does anything
and
happen?
nothing happens.
Well, I am under the impression that if I am needed, this will pull me towards where I am needed. Though that's a theory I haven't tested yet. But no one stopped me on the fourth try of leaving.
I suppose there's only one way to find out.
True.
You
Where
w-
are you heading?
Oh, I was gonna go to the market. You would not believe the morning we've had. Nat was on fire. She set the room on fire. This was on fire. And now there's a garden where our room was. It's pretty.
I'm sorry. You actually set Dix on fire.
I didn't set Dix on fire. Nat set Dix on fire. Yeah, yeah, it's been
Again, I love D&D.
it's been one of those mornings.
It's been only a few hours. It's been a night in the morning.
You get, I just like probably in her head is like, you get used to it after a while. I try not to question things too much, as you know, no one died, and we got a garden for a bedroom now, so it's all good.
So you set a bedroom on fire?
No, Nat set the bedroom on fire.
I love this repeated correction.
Oh God, the context. The context.
Okay, Nat sets a bedroom on fire, and now you have a garden for a bedroom.
Yes. Again, it's
Raina just holds up a finger and then does the concerned meme face.
It's best not to question it. I was gonna go to the market. Did you want to come with until you get pulled away by some? Does the finger gestures of, you know the finger gestures I'm doing of like pulled away?
Yeah. I would like to check in with the others, see what's going on, but I suppose you could drag me away to shopping. I'll never say no to that.
Yeah, it's all good. Like I said, no one's died. And head to the markets and stuff.
As we head there, Raina's just going to put, the crook arm as your, for someone to hold on to, just like, here, I'll give you a royal escort.
Links the arms. Yeah.
Okay, where are you guys headed? Just through the bazaar?
Through the bazaar, I was gonna say we could be looking for like I know someone claiming they're selling like rare books and stuff, but she's also looking for tapestry sewing stuff. Anything of like specific interests as well.
Okay, so tapestry sewing stuff.
Yeah. Book stuff.
And okay, and what do you mean by tapestry sewing stuff? Are you trying to sew a tapestry?
Yes.
So your intent is
Like
to buy supplies in order to make a tapestry.
Yeah, like one of those I'm trying to think the best way to word it. You know the wind stuff where people do cross stitches and stuff?
Yes, crochet.
That thing.
Okay, so you want to get a crochet set.
Yeah.
Have you ever crocheted?
Me, as a player, I have attempted. Maria, I have no idea.
Well, long wagon rides are always a good time to learn.
Okay, I'm just wondering if she would know what to buy for that.
I don't know, maybe, I don't know, a sheet of cotton and string, if she doesn't know what she's actually looking for.
Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
And as far as rare books go, half of the stalls are, claiming to have artifacts and rare books and the like.
With anything being claimed, can I point out anything to her? Like if I've bought from a specific vendor before, being like, "Oh yes, I remember this one," or
With
"No, avoid
Bazaar,
this one."
good luck remembering a face.
Okay.
Every day there's new merchants. Some of them come from outside of Elois. It's very chaotic, and very rarely do people claim the same area for long.
I was gonna say, is there a way for me to like kind of look at
You
these?
do know there's a bookstore
Yeah, I was about to point that
Yeah,
out.
I was about to say. I was actually just as a player going, "Isn't there a bookstore?"
that you
Novel idea.
know does exist.
I know.
Okay.
Also, I want to see like what else is around in the market. and
Give me a
might grab it
perception check.
afterwards. Yeah.
What is being rotated on the
Yeah.
open market?
She hasn't had a proper good look at that.
Okay. You find many stalls with books. You go to a few of them, and you get the sense that a lot of it's garbage. Just for the most part, that a lot of the places that it has any knowledge, like someone like is like, oh, I have books that categorize all the undead, and you start going through it, and it's stuff that's even below your knowledge from the stuff that you read growing up. So you're like, ugh, like, okay, to the common people, this is probably like enticing information, but for the most part, there's nothing like super rare that catches your eye. But there is a vending stall that does have a lot of linen and stuff like that. And you've seen people crochet once before and sew and stuff like that, just in passing, so you recognize a few of the tools and tidbits. This stall does offer it. There's an elderly female running the shop. Human, shoulder length curly hair. She's currently selling elven gentleman a tapestry that has Corella and emblazoned on it.
Did you say that she doesn't sell the good or does sell the good?
She does.
Okay.
And she looks towards you. Do you have an interest, young one?
I was thinking of picking this skid up, to pass time and think thoughts and stuff.
So you need some supplies. What are you looking to get into? Clothes, rugs, maybe some hand warmers.
I was
I think a
thinking.
hand warmer might be a bit weird here in the desert.
Looks at her and hands like, maybe. No, I was thinking art more like a drawing, but cotton.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, you want to get into sewing your own tapestry. Do you have any supplies, or do you need the whole kit and caboodle?
I think I'll need the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay.
All the kitties.
She goes around and starts picking off various things. Oh, you're gonna need one of these. You're gonna need one of these guiding threads. You're gonna need one of these guiding posts. You're definitely gonna need this, thumb, guard. You're definitely gonna need this gauge of needle. You're gonna need, and she just starts going through and starts grabbing stuff.
Yeah.
And
How I just gave him Ryder, and Ryder was like, a guiding thumb? Is that a thumb?
and you're just gonna continue. And she continues on grabbing more stuff. And she's like, "What colors were you interested in?"
Purples, blues, greys.
And as you're listing off the colors, she's pulling like big wrapped bushels of just thread and stuff, and starts piling them up.
If I may make a suggestion, Ria, if you're going to be working with the purple, might I suggest some kind of gold color thread?
Yeah, we'll have some gold colored thread as well.
Some gold thread. That's perfectly fine. And she grabs some gold thread and then throws it up on the table.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that will do for now, I think.
Okay, and for this bundle, this fine bundle, that will cost you 115 gold.
Yeah. Um, how would you start doing one of these tapestries from a blank sheet?
Oh, I just, I start with a color and a thread, and I just start making it, and I just let the thread kind of guide me.
Okay. Yeah. Hands it over.
Okay. She bags it all up into a kind of like a basic sack.
Mhm.
And starts piling it in, and she takes your gold, and she hands
115,
you
you said.
over this 115.
Okay. Calculate the time. Yeah. No, that's very nice. Thank you for your help.
She nods.
I never knew you had any interest in the sorts of crafts.
Um. Oh, it's something that kind of reminded me of what my lady said, and I wanted to give it a go. See what happens,
Hmm.
so to speak.
Well, you could always knit a nice tapestry or blanket for your dragon friend.
Yeah, I imagine it's not too comfy in there.
Hmm.
And chuckles a bit.
God, you're gonna knit a coffin cozy.
I can imagine it's quite cramped.
Do you want to explore the market, or do you feel
While we're exploring, can I find what would be the equivalent to a painter's kit?
within the bazaar?
Uh,
Probably.
oh, no, go ahead.
That was it. I said probably not.
Ah, okay.
What about some fine ink?
What do you mean by fine ink?
Just like colored inks or something to use in books.
Okay, no, not at the bazaar.
Mm.
I was gonna say,
Fine ink that they have would be magical.
I have no use for magical ink, unfortunately.
Mm.
Thank you, anyways.
I don't know who you're thinking, but okay.
I imagine it. We're just looking through, and I see some magical ink. I'm like, don't need that.
Nope, I just always assume that Raina's just randomly talking in crowds of people.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past me.
I was gonna say, I think I did at some point. I had the drawing of the what I'm presuming to be is the sister of Ruria. And
Okay.
I'm just looking around, like seeing if I see anyone that recognizes from that picture, or if she sees another drow, like going up to him and see, like, hey, do you know this person?
Okay, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Perceptions.
And if you let Raina know, she'll keep an eye out as well.
Yeah, I'll show Raina the picture as well. So,
I'll actively keep an eye out as well.
yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't see shit, and you don't see shit. Raina, as you start peering out, you realize something. It's in the middle of the morning. You know your city. Drow normally don't come out during this time. Because, the sun.
Drow. Well, Rhea, if you want to see some drows, I'm going to suggest let's wait until a bit cooler out. It's very early in the morning, and your kin kind of prefer the moonlit nights, if you know what I mean.
The moon is pretty.
Yes, it is. Also, the sun hurts. It really hurts.
Praise the sun.
So what do you guys do?
Yeah. She's just think about it and be like, it is bright. I don't know, maybe I'm just used to being out in the day.
No, that's fair. You, I assume, I hate to make assumptions, but I assume you're not used to the Underdark way of living. Yes, if you're someone who comes from the Underdark, I imagine being in direct sunlight is not as, enjoyable.
As far as I'm aware, I've never been.
Though, if you are looking for someone, I will always be happy to give you a quick escort through the city, day or night.
That would be
As long as I'm not being, and I point to the collar,
Yeah.
summoned somewhere.
that would be appreciated.
Well, you always know where I am. Don't know if you can reach me, but you always know at least.
Shall we head back?
If you're done here.
Yeah, I'm done till the evening at least.
Okay. As you guys begin to make your way back towards Styx, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick 10-minute break.
Thank you.
Break time.
Yay!
So put it to the break screen.
My neighbors brought a bunch of wonderful food over, and I'm just sitting here, just like, I can't eat it. No.
Go munch.
Yep, be right back.
It's still way too big.
Oh, the tapestries.
Also, this is gonna be really hilarious.
What?
You'll see.
Okay, that's already ominous.
Do we need to be scared for the room's safety?
I mean, you never really know with me.
We didn't know the beginning when the whole room went on fire in the first place, so.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for this new room, I'm just saying that now. Tapestry set.
Well, it's the same room. I mean, do you have to pay for it twice?
I mean, the remodeling costs, maybe?
I mean, it's already kind of been remodeled.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it gets set on fire again.
Yeah, but if it gets set on fire again, it's back to its original cost of, yeah, this room was just destroyed. So, there you go.
No, if that room gets set on fire again, then that's probably getting kicked out.
Well, that is, not us.
I said that.
We might be
Okay.
kicked out by association.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah.
At which point, that's great, right? Because there's no other affordable place around here.
Or you guys could just go get a bathtub to let Nat sleep in.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Hang on. Let me see something.
Speaking of, does that still smell with all that poo water stuff?
I mean, it continued to cook off, so probably not too long.
I wasn't like, because like I know like Julia threw mentioned a little water at her like twice.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if that like cooked off or if it was like like stained.
Kind of fuel to the fire, I bet.
There.
I was gonna say, can 846 gold buy a bath?
Like, 4 gold could buy a bath.
Okay, we can get a really nice big shiny bath.
That might be a little bit more. I'm talking like a basic, like, wood bitch one.
Or would
And
it
metal
be
one
wood?
probably only.
There's no point
Yeah,
buying
I
a wood
think
one
I'll-
because now we'll burn
Yeah.
it. You buy a proper like fire safety bath.
Have you ever tried to burn wood that's basically holding water?
I don't.
Have you ever
make-
tried to burn a balloon when it's filled with water?
I try not to make a habit of burning anything.
Yeah. Hey, we can ask Nat, but she's not here.
Yeah. No.
Go on YouTube and look up candle balloon water.
No. Not a whole microwave thing. I was supposed to cook a breakfast bun for 1 minute and 5 seconds. I didn't realize I did it for 10 minutes and 50 seconds. It kind of
Also,
got smoky.
Also, this is gonna be hilarious because as someone who tried to pick up sewing and stuff, in knitting without being taught.
I mean, I was taught in like secondary school,
Yeah,
and my mum's taught me a bit, but I can't
get
knit
that.
for nothing.
I get that, but
Yeah.
Ria has not been
No.
taught at all.
Oh no, she hasn't.
So she's gonna try to figure this out on her own, and as someone who myself tried to figure it out on their own without any guidance, you're just kind of tying knots.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't ask for like any sort of like guide, or even ask like if she can buy a book on like crocheting.
I
or
mean,
whatever.
she asks for a guide, and the person says they just put the needle to the cotton, and stuff happens.
Technically you didn't ask for that. You asked like, is there any like tips or anything, or how do you normally do it?
Yeah.
And she
Exactly.
she explained her artistic process. It had nothing to do with the technicality of mechanically how do you sew and stitch.
Buria asked it the way Buria asked it.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
here's to knowing if you even got the right stuff.
Oh God, what if she? She assumed you had the like the proper tools in hand already, so she just gave you all the extra stuff.
Or, this is always the fun alternative. This is the Neuroasis Bazaar. You just walked up with a big coin purse and said, I want to buy into something I know nothing about.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, do you really think thread and all that stuff costs 115 gold?
Easily not. Yeah.
Probably not, but I imagine it to be like a big sheet of cotton. Cotton
I
can
don't
be-
really
There's
think
no
so.
sheet of cotton.
Yeah.
Do you not know how this stuff works?
It's like those big yarn things, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like a big doodle.
You have like cotton, and then you get your sewing needle, and you sew into the cotton and make a pretty pattern.
Huh?
Have you guys never done like basic cross stitch?
Yeah, I have, and it
Yeah,
never
you
involved.
use cotton, or whatever sheet you're using.
I never used any sheet.
Is this a
I did that shit on
translation
hand.
issue?
Probably.
Right,
Probably. I mean,
I'm confused now. Did you cross
'Cause
stitch
you-
your hands? You shouldn't cross stitch your hands.
I didn't cross the. But I don't know what you're going on about.
Hang on, let me find the thingy and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, even if this is like hands like woven queen spider silk, I don't think it would go for 100 something gold.
Okay, on this note, I gotta go tinkle myself.
Okay.
All right.
Let's look on the general chaffing. But you see that white bit with the big bee in the
Mhm.
middle? That was the material I was on about. You often get like square sheets of paper and then you stick the ribbon on top of it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, interesting.
That's how cross stitches are.
See, I thought you were talking about like the crochet thing where you get the pins and needles and you just do it yourself.
No, crochet and cross stitch is completely different.
Mhm.
Okay.
Don't worry, Rhea. I got your back on this one.
Fun times.
The only reason I know about that, though, is because when I was getting into pixel art, I was looking for patterns to do like that.
I did GCSE textiles and it was part of our things of learning.
Mhm.
I made oh, that's a big fly. No, I made a wall art, but it had pockets in for like different days of the week and stuff.
Ooh.
And then it had like a hand sewn effect rose for the front.
Okay, so that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you didn't get any of that.
Oh. Well,
That's
what
what
I was
cross
looking for.
stitching is.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I thought she was doing like the needle one with like the
Crocheting.
crocheting. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Is that what you got?
Again, it's technically kind of like it's all kind of hand in hand. It's just what you're trying to make.
But that's why
Okay.
she said cross stitching, not crocheting.
that's what I was going for.
Okay, well, when you get back, you'll notice something.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could easily just hand you something different.
Luckily, Ruya does not know because she is not as smart when it comes to this stuff.
Trust me, you'll see.
Also, quickest way to deplete a player's money, have the friend burn down a building and get them into a new hobby.
I didn't do any of this.
You
I'm
did
just
everything.
I'm just
Cool,
imagining Rhea has the wrong kit. She's like, it was supposed to be a cute little bee, but somehow I made a scarf.
I mean, theoretically, it's the same shit. You just need that guide thing for the
Mhm.
cross stitch. And even then, like, technically, you can make a flat pattern even without it. It's just,
It's a different style of ways of doing it.
yeah, it's a lot of people do that like when they begin because it's
Yeah.
guided. It's a lot easier to stitch the stuff over, loop it around, and stuff.
It's like
You have basically the canvas.
it's like my mum. She knits like tons of blankets. That we've got what was it? I'm actually on one of her blankets at the moment. But she's got like blankets for the sofa. She's made loads of blankets for the dog.
It's very similar techniques across the board.
Are there any flame retardant blankets we can use on that?
Yes.
I don't think so. Unless
Conrad.
it's magical.
Conrad,
Yes.
that's the answer.
Quick, throw Conrad at her.
Yeah, beat the fire out with Conrad.
Yeah.
He's fireproof.
Of course.
He's not bludgeoning proof, but and Conrad, don't feel too bad. Nat will receive the same amount of damage and bludgeoning as well.
Don't worry, it's a nat 20. I have a question. Is magical fire like a grease fire?
That's a very weirdly loaded question.
Well, is it like a grease fire in the same way of when you try to put out a regular fire, but isn't the same way you put out a grease fire?
No. It all depends on what the magic is. A fire created by magic doesn't necessarily retain its magical nature. Unless it's a fire that is produced, fueled by, and continuously done through magic. That's different. If you try to stomp that out, you're just going to get burnt really badly.
Are we all back?
So would splashing with water be a bad or a good idea?
I mean, fire, it's either going to help it go out or not do much.
Well, because if it was a grease fire, it's going to spread it.
It can do more than that, but yes. It can actually cause an explosion that way too.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I know.
But no, like it's not a grease fire. Unless you used magical fire to ignite grease, then that's
Okay, what if I cast the spell grease
okay.
and then light it on fire?
Then you yes, because you just Jesus Christ. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
You understand? I'm trying to know you.
I have just seen the best thing.
Go ahead and we're gonna continue. Moose, you there?
I know.
Yes, I'm eating yellow rice. You know what's in that yellow rice? Chicken.
I know.
Cool.
That's really good.
I found. I know. I just need to show this.
Okay,
To people.
well, we're continuing.
I know. Rui's first project.
Okay, so
Amazing.
There you go. Everyone can see.
Conrad,
Yes.
Nat, the door just closed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, Ruya, did you turn off the waiting screen?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everyone saw the skeleton crochet.
Okay. Anyway. So now then Kara's and just find a spot to sit down.
I finds a spot and sits down right next to him.
Where?
Oh yeah.
Our weird flower.
Okay, you sit down and there's a slight poof of pollen.
Any sneezing?
No.
I was asking the DM.
No. Neither of you are allergic.
So Conrad's actually going to switch to Elven now. He's like, how are you doing?
Her head like suddenly like nods to the side as she does remember that you do speak Elvish, and she's like, "Well, it's certainly a start to a day. I don't know how to put out fires when I'm sleeping."
That's not what I mean. And he says, and like, I'll let you know when he changes back to common. But for now, he's speaking Elven.
Yeah, as soon as he says that, she just looks down to the nice grass floor a bit. Like, I know I came off as mad the other day, and I'm sure you want to know why.
I'm just worried that if anything I'd done might have upset you or harmed you in some way. I'm sorry. I have been behaving kind of like an asshole lately. I realize that.
Yeah, she says, when when I said I was going to be doing a lot of thinking, I really did a lot of thinking. And I just, it just felt like you were leading me on a bit. I said, I opened up to you a bit. Seemed like you felt the same. And to find out it wasn't true was more surprising than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I felt like I was leading you on. I could see how I acted did do that. It just, and I was gonna kind of look to the side for a second. It's just, when I saw you in the Hero's Rest, I mean, you seemed like you kind of lost a lot of the life you had in your eyes. You kind of looked like you really needed something, and I don't know. I just thought I could comfort you in some way, but I can see how it was selfish of me, and I do apologize for that.
Roll bluff. I'm kidding.
Wow. Okay. Thanks. Go
Nat,
ahead.
Nat does give, a few pats on his arm, and she's, well, the one thing I was mostly questioning was, well, us. It's just the way we always just look at each other, and then we do act pretty weird around each other, don't we?
Kind of chuckles a bit. We kind of do.
And then after after that night, it just got even weirder.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what to do about it.
I'm not sure why I know what to do about it either, Arturia, but I just don't want to hurt you again. I mean, you're, out of the group we have here, you're probably my closest friend, and it used to be, just like, I mean, we had our group, but it used to be really you, me, and Corn, and Corn's gone to God knows where. Lisa's dead. Damos is gone to his uncle. It just feels like, yeah, like I don't know what I'd do if I lost you.
of character. See me what?
He said, "I don't know what I'd do if I lost you."
That says likewise. I felt the same way, but I had doubts when you wouldn't even go to sleep when I was in the room, but you you were just having a fun time with Reina on the floor. It gave me the wrong impression.
Oh, I got blushed a little bit. You talk about the what's the place I called again? Bean Cove.
Yeah, it
I
was
didn't get-
Bean Cove.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With Raina, that was the Wizard's Brew. That was a really weird night. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It, wait. Damon. She said she wasn't gonna touch the stuff, but I don't know if she knows she exactly drank it. Because I don't think she was actually looking at the bottle she was drinking. She was just drinking it.
Which one?
The Wizard's Brew.
You had some. We established that, remember?
Yeah, I know that, but did Nat know? Because
I mean, you get the sense that that was not normal booze or something was up.
And Nat says,
Trust me, even though you don't know you took something to get you high, once it kicks in, you understand.
Nat says, apparently I drink some too.
Oh.
I thought Ruya was a Illithid and I punched her. There's like shame when she said that.
Kara just kind of chuckles.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't drink that stuff, but I still somehow drink that stuff. I guess.
Yeah. Sin poured it in my mouth, so yeah.
Funny, because Sin was the one who told us to go over just to watch you on the floor.
Yeah. I asked him why he said that. He said because it's funny and fuck you to me.
Yeah, that's Sin.
Yeah.
And by the way, you didn't have a night with Sin. I lied about it.
Oh, thank goodness. Kara's like immediately like there's a sense of relief in his face, like.
And that's like, huh?
I was so hoping that nothing happened there, but oh, thank goodness.
I only said that because the way you said I was, she's like trying to figure it.
Oh, just fucking fuck already, or just enough of this sappy shit you guys hear from the corner.
Kara looks to the corner.
Nothing there.
And
who says we didn't get to have some fun time, big man? As you see two little footprints start walking towards the door. Door opens and then it closes. Or it begins to close, and you hear a voice go, "I'll see you guys downstairs when you're done with this shit."
That's face palming pretty hard. So are we ever gonna do anything about that, or are we just gonna?
I feel like we can't do anything about that.
Probably not. But anyway, I only lied about it because I kind of took offense to the way you talked about me and Darnock.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry. I don't really have any right to say, you go out with or whatever.
And Nat jokingly says, "Made it sound like you're jealous or something." And she just like chuckled. She was saying like sarcastically. There was like joking in it.
Kyra kind of goes quiet for a second, and then he just kind of like whispers. I mean, a little.
Of course he was. Just look at that fucking dumb face.
Say, shut up.
Which is odd because you saw the little footprints walk out and close the door, but it's coming back from the corner again.
Dad, come on.
Kyra looks even more embarrassed like than he did before admitting that.
Okay, fine. I swear I'll leave this time. As you see little footprints walk across the grass, the door open, and then it closes again.
Okay, now I'm a bit paranoid.
Oh gosh.
That was the look, just to be sure.
You don't see anything.
That's the
Technically, we didn't see anything either way because like we just saw the footprints. We didn't see him.
Nat's like looking. Even though she sees
Give me a
nothing.
perception check. Okay, you watch as Nat stares real hard at the corner.
She's
You
like,
even start leaning into it a little bit, Nat.
Hmm.
And then right to the right side of your face, he says, "I'm not over there."
Seriously, just let us talk in private.
Oh, I'm not there now.
God.
As you watch as from nothingness, flapping his wings, you see Agumon just floating. Seemingly apparating from nothing as his invisibility ends.
That's just super face palming now.
Kyra just has his hands like in his face, like like he could die of embarrassment.
Seriously though, you guys need to hurry up as you hear Sin's voice coming out of Agumon.
What do you need, Sin?
Well, nothing really. And Agumon floats towards the door, opens it, and flies out.
What is he trying to rush us for?
I don't know.
Nat looks left and then looks right, like waiting for like an actual verbal response.
Nothing.
Anyway, Kyra just like kind of gets up, like, are we cool? Because like he's like he has like a very flushed like a look on him.
Let's just finish the talk. He just like takes the hand, just gently puts him back down.
You're saying she's just kind of like manhandling him down?
No strength check required. She does overpower you.
Okay, all right, okay, you had more to say.
Look, when I saw you two on the floor like that, I kind of jealous. Even she's kind of like getting embarrassed about it.
Oh, wow, okay.
But do you get what I mean?
I guess, sorta.
She just like just inhales deeply. And Nat says, "Cause are we?" He's like trying to find a way to word it. Cause we're probably just gonna end up just staring at each other all day, and I just really loved it. I just really love that. She says with a heavy amount of sarcasm.
So like she's just staring at him now?
Yes.
Yeah. He kind of he does like a slight chuckle and he looks into her eyes.
She's looking back.
Damon, so okay, Kyra's gonna lean in to try and kiss her.
guys really just like it was going copacetic, and then Conrad he fucking leaned his face in. Like that is just a dumb move. Will you guys just hurry up already?
Cameron, like, he's like halfway there, and then he stops him.
Nope. No, he goes in half, and then Nat meets him the other half.
Conrad's like, okay.
So are you guys' both faces just halfway meeting, but not actually meeting?
Nope.
Well, as what from what Moose just said, I think that Matt just beat him to the punch.
Nope.
Okay.
Conrad went half, and then Nat went the other half. So they're smooching now.
From an outside perspective, they're tainting the beautiful, innocent garden.
Sin in the Garden of Eden. Sorry.
Sin. Well,
You
Sin's
want
not there anymore.
The apple being Wizard's Brew, like you want some?
Sin is probably there still.
He probably is, yeah.
Most likely.
Anyway,
I mean, you heard his voice. You did not see him.
Conrad like accepts Nat's kiss and yeah.
They make out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. For the rest of you, you guys wander into Dick's. Okay. And you see at a table, Sin, Gilneth, Granite, Shale, Sinmel, and Alphine. And they are all sitting at a table, staring at something.
What are they staring at?
Can't tell.
I'm gonna sneak up behind them if I can.
Okay, once you start, I mean, they're all kind of staring. They notice as you enter. A few of them do. But if you make your way behind them, once you start cresting towards the back end of the table, where they're all kind of like scoot together, looking towards the opposite end, as soon as you crest over, you see a square image. Rhea, you immediately recognize it as your new garden bedroom.
Question: do I see Conrad and
you
Nat?
see Conrad and Nat on the bed.
We're making out.
No. You guys watch as they are talking, and in your guys' head, you guys hear what is going on in there. And Sin is narrating to everyone else at the table. So you guys hear most of that conversation, all those interactions, and now you are sitting and watching as Nat and Conrad are making out.
Maria's gonna like go to say something, think about
Right.
it, walk to again another table, and start trying to figure out how to do this tapestry thing.
Okay.
Raina's just gonna pull up a chair and just be like, pull out a ration and just start eating and watching.
I feel like Maria has no say in don't invade someone's privacy, because that'd be hypocritical.
You also invaded his privacy before.
Yeah, you know.
Invading people's privacy is Raina's profession.
Okay. Rhea, as you begin to pull out this kit, you have no clue what you're doing. You have a needle, a whole bunch of, shimmy McBobs, different threads, bundles, different, thumbnails, or what the hell are those things called?
The metal
thumb blocker thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, those
thumb
things.
guards.
Thimbles.
Yeah.
Thimbles, yeah. Yeah.
We're just gonna like kind of look at it, like, okay, I have an idea of what I want to do. And she's
Okay.
gonna like grab a holy symbol thing and just kind of focus on that whole tapestry scene that she saw, when having a little talk with Raven Queen and whatnot, and be like, how do I make a tapestry?
Okay.
It's kind of trying to channel the focus with the define stuff to
Are you trying to divine intervention to teach you how to crochet? Roll me a religion check at
Kinda.
disadvantage. Extreme disadvantage.
She's trying to. I know what she's trying to do. She's
Just go
trying
ahead
to...
and roll it.
Yeah, I am.
just go ahead and roll it.
Dear God, please give me the skill of art.
Extreme disadvantage.
Look, you're going to the wrong deity for that. Everyone knows you need to sell your soul to a devil to be an artist.
Yeah. Well, in her head, she's thinking, okay, Raven Queen gave me a thread. She didn't know what to do with the thread. Maybe Raven
You're
Queen
taking
can teach you what
very
to do with
literal.
the thread. Yes, she is. But yes,
okay.
religion immediately, Finny.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You hold your holy symbol and you think about it, and you reach at some of the supplies, and your hands graze upon them, and you're like, no, not this, not this. And then you get an image in your brain of one time when you had to go speak to a family once with Bartum, and you were passing through the Eincrad Farms, and you noticed an old woman who was out on the porch, who was doing some cross stitching, and some, crocheting as well. There's a group of old ladies, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I need this needle, or if I'm gonna crochet, I'm gonna need these 2 big needles. And you look at your supplies, you have 1 big needle, no other needle.
Just think.
You're missing 2 things that prevent you from doing either.
I'm just gonna take a step and be like, okay, I can do this. I'm gonna look around to see if there's like, I know, like maybe a loose nail like from the table or something, and try and do like a makeshift needle.
Give me a perception check.
Can I see if this is going on?
Nope, you decided to watch a movie.
Okay.
Okay, you find a needle
Mm.
or a nail.
Mm.
Okay, how are you gonna pull it out of this table?
Put it out the table.
Just with your hands?
I mean, if it's loose.
Give me a strength check.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we've already burnt a room today. What's worth, destroying a table?
Pull out one table, table falls apart.
Oh, that was almost an 18 on the dice.
You spend the next 15 minutes breaking 2 of your nails and cutting yourself 4 times. You take a total of 2 points of damage as you fuck up your hands. And being the embarrassed, kind of nervous person you tend to be, you're trying to do this without making noise or a scene. So you're just like, fuck, ow, fuck, ow. And it does not budge at all. And you've broken 2 nails. One of them's like a really bad one where it goes like down to the tender bits.
No.
I'm just gonna sit there and be like, Out of curiosity, I don't know if you had seen this, but I know what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys would know, but there was this game that me and my sister used to play where we'd try to string around our fingers, and I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. I will find something. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called, but we'd tie a string to our fingers, and it'll be like lines, and then we'll move our fingers, and then it kind of moves the string in a way that it never comes undone. But you can. I know
Okay.
what I mean, but I don't know how to word it.
Okay, what is your intent by doing this?
She's kind of using her own fingers as the, like, needles type thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You know,
So you're tying knots?
Give me an intelligence and a dex check.
I know what I mean, I just don't know how to describe
I
that
got
thing.
it,
Yeah.
but
I know what you're talking about too. I used to do that.
I'll do that dex and intelligence.
Okay. Sounds appropriate.
Yeah.
So you begin work. You feel confident. This is gonna be amazing. Okay. Conrad, Nat, it's been like a good 5 minutes of like kissing.
Okay, Conrad's like, we should probably get back.
That's a yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then Conrad just like gets up and just walks out.
Okay, you guys down in the bar, you guys hear that and watch them get up. Immediately downstairs in the bar, you guys watch as the screen, as soon as you guys hear the door actually, like opening and stuff, the screen disappears, and you watch as Granite, Shale kind of immediately stand up, go towards the bar. Grendel, Gilneth, and Dix, Sinmel, and Alphine. Alphine just sits there. Sinmel just sits there. Dix immediately stands up and starts walking towards the bar. Gilneth starts walking towards the bar. And Sin is just sitting at the table reading a book, with Sinmel and Alphine just kind of sitting there drinking.
So it's just like everyone assumed positions.
Like, and I'm gonna be nice. As you guys are heading out of the door, you guys hear the scuffle happen.
Okay.
Raina, what do? Do you try to hide it?
Reina is just in the same exact position. She's watching, like, hand on cheek, munching on a ration, as if the screen was there still. Just with a smirk on her face.
Yeah, no insight needed. Something happened, Conrad and Nat.
Conrad just like kind of looking at everyone like leery-eyed.
Hey, Conrad. Nice meeting you two here.
Hey, Reina.
Heard you two almost burnt down. Well, not you two. You, pointing at Nat, almost burnt down this place.
Yeah, that was our fun for the morning. Conrad says.
Well,
It happened when I was sleeping. I had no control over it.
Reina's gonna stand up and walk towards the two. If you ever do catch fire again, we could always just, I don't know, snuff you out with Conrad, cover you with him.
I won't. Conrad looks right again.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. He's flame retardant. You're flame a bowl.
Dix, can I have a drink, please?
Yeah, coming right up.
Thank you.
As soon as before he's out airshot, just as he's walking away to ask for the drink, Raider's going to say, plus, I mean, your two lips already touch. Why not the rest?
Nat was still holding the flask the entire time. As soon as he said that, he just starts drinking. I hate you guys. And she just finds a table and sits.
Yeah, Conrad just like goes to find it. Like he actually, once he gets his drink, I assume he'll find a table, but he'll actually sit a little farther away from that.
So you guys both just sit up and go to different tables?
Well, I found a seat, but if he, if he wants to sit somewhere else,
He's gonna sit by Maria.
Okay.
I'm actually was
So
playing
you guys
by
both
Maria as well.
randomly get up at the same time and walk to two different tables. Cool. That's not awkward. Okay. Yeah, Conrad, you go over to Maria's table and she's doing something.
What are you doing?
Trying to figure out where this thread goes. Concentrating. Yes.
It's crazy because she's holding 4 threads.
That's interesting.
And half the thread is just looped around her hand and fingers a few times.
Do you know what you're doing there?
You feel pretty confident.
I think I got it. I seen like
Okay.
kids in my village play this game, and I don't. I'm trying. You know, you can totally do it with one person. It's easy. That goes over there, and that goes over there. And as she's doing this, she's trying to point to the threads, but obviously she's tied up with threads, so it's all just getting messed.
Okay, you got it. And then Howard just like holds a thumbs up, and then he gets up from that table and actually gets his drink in, and he goes over to Sin. So what do you need, Sin?
Oh, nothing. I was just testing out a few new spells.
Okay. Howard he just finds a nearby stool and sits down. He's a little defeated at this moment.
Okay, which stool?
Any stool.
I mean, that's a very broad question, or broad answer.
There's like a bunch of stools in the bar. They're
Like, do you
empty.
want the bar? Do you want where do you want?
Okay.
Even a VIP stool.
I guess I'll just sit by now then.
Okay. So everyone sits, and eventually, after a couple moments, Dix comes over and drops a mug of ale to you, Conrad.
Thank you. And then Howard just starts chugging it.
Okay, you do so.
Mm-hmm.
If no one's gonna do anything, hey Rhea.
Yes. Still intensely trying to figure out. It's like, yeah, concentrating. Yes.
Are you? You seem like you have your hands tied there.
Literally, yes.
Yeah, she just kind of looks at you and be like, yes.
And I'm just gonna pull up a chair. So I've been thinking. After the passing of Cletus, what were any plans that you guys might have had for your group for when this situation happens?
In all honesty, we haven't discussed that so much. I just know not to use my stick on him straight away. Kind of chuckles at that a bit.
That is fair.
Yeah. I'm sure when it happens, whatever preparations need to be done, they will be done in the way they would want it to. And if that's not known, I'll do my best to cover that.
That's fair. I'm sure the dwarves are going to want to keep most of the body, research purposes and all. I'm sure we can get a portion of it though, if we ask politely. And I actually have some business with the dwarves. You remember the whole Yeezes?
Yeah.
I still need to fulfill my contract with them. I trade stuff with the dwarves and a whole thing with Cletus and I. We had it all planned, but with him gone, I kinda am on my lonesome with this endeavor.
Did you want to go speak to him now?
I was going to say, since this is a sensitive topic with you and your companions, if any of you wanted to join, or if you in particular wanted to see the body, I'm eventually going to make a trip there.
You don't have to worry about sensitivity with me. It's my job.
True, but that's why I wanted to talk to you first about this.
Yeah, if you need the company, I'll be more than happy to come. At the very least, I can give my queen's blessing to him.
And you look down, and her raven symbol is somehow tied to her hands.
That is impressive.
I mean, is it?
I mean, I have no idea how you're going to get it off your hands, but it's a holy symbol nonetheless.
Does it look pretty?
It looks.
I was asking DM, does it look pretty?
No. It's like a giant knot is forming on one part of this. Like, it's mostly just loose threads that happen to be knotted around your hands. And as you've been working it, it's been adding to more and more. And like undoing one knot just kind of creates a knot somewhere else. Like, you could not be doing any worse than you're doing right now. You've used half of the ream of this, thread, and your hand is just completely wrapped up, tied up, and coated in it.
Yeah, I don't think this is what I had in mind.
It
Can you help? And she'll just like hold out her wrists, be like,
I'm gonna take two ends of the screen and I'm just gonna tie a little bow tie just on top of it with this final bit of thread.
Give me a dex check.
I'm so hoping you get that one and you both get tangled together.
I am too.
Okay.
That's an 8 on the die.
Does he risk it? That is a very good portent number.
are you saying is Sin gonna change this to a natural one?
One today. Boy, that is a very useful roll to have in case an enemy pops up. But yeah, you guys are in the middle of town. Yeah, that's gonna be a 1.
Oh god.
She's like, yeah, sure, here you go. And with a quick flourish, like you've seen Reina move sometimes when she needs to be fast, and like she definitely did this. And you're just like waiting for like as soon as she's finished, like it's all gonna be undone. And now her hand is like her two hands are now in between your hands, and they're just part of the web now.
I swear this never happens to me.
Yeah, I don't think this is what my queen had in mind.
Rain's just gonna tug, just like. Come
As she's
on.
tugging, it's tugging on yours, Maria, making it tighter.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Do any of us see them visibly struggling?
I mean, you guys hear this little tussle back and forth.
What's going on over there? How it looks.
Yeah, we're just kind of like looked a bit like nothing. We're all good.
I'm actively going to hide this on the table. We're good. We're fine.
Yeah,
How are you hiding this under the table?
Just.
I imagine we're both like working together to hide it under like a side of a table.
Mm-hmm.
So like, are you guys like
As
faces
soon
like
as they-
on the table?
As soon as they go to move, they're still, mind you, connected to the bundle of thread. So
Yeah.
that flings as soon as they pull it, and it causes a bigger commotion, making it very apparent as their movement is going in sync, a little too in sync. You can put two to two together.
Okay, go. The Garrus just like gets up and like finishes his drink.
I'm gonna pop the Cloud of Darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Is this a group project?
And yes, I am using the encounter one, so it lasts a bit longer.
So, Reina, everything goes to darkness.
I just like lean in because it's
Everyone
like
on
just
the outside,
play
you just see a gigantic puff of raven feathers.
So Garrus outside of the bubble. It just like popped up, right?
Yeah.
So Garrus like, just put his hands up. We're like, okay, fine. You don't want any help. Fine.
I just imagine
yourself
like.
out.
That'd be fine.
I just imagine nothing.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And Rhea,
Yeah.
you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Look up to the shoulders.
You see Sinmel.
Who's that?
And Sinmel. The drow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she reaches in, and with 3 quick flourishes, all of the thread that's surrounding you all is now untied, and she pulls back her hand, revealing a giant, very well made web.
It's just kind of a shock. It's like, you could see through there?
And she takes the thread off, sets it on the table, and turns and walks away.
Ray's just go. What's going on?
For
What's
those
going
on
on?
the outside, Conrad, you watch Sinmel walk towards the shadow, and after a moment, walk away and sit back down at the table with Sin.
Yeah, what's going on?
And the darkness continues for 5 minutes.
Yeah, Kyra got another
Yeah.
drink in that meantime.
Yeah. Just kind of like looking over to Simba. Does she look like anything in the picture?
No.
Okay. No. She's like. No, she would like take the weapon and like. I imagine it looks like really beautiful and stuff.
I mean, she kind of flumped it on the table, but if you outstretch it again, it's still pretty much in shape.
Hmm.
You're completely flabbergasted in how the fuck she turned that giant knotted massive bundle into that, but
Yeah. She'll kind of like stand up and be like. Just go over to as you said, Simmo. Be like,
yes.
you could see through there? I thought no one could see through there apart from me.
Oh, you're not that special, my dear.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse me. I'm not familiar with you know. She's kind of like looking nervous, trying not
She
to fuck up,
raises
but
an
also trying not to
eyebrow.
insult.
Yeah, she raises an eyebrow. Something tells me you're out of sorts from your people.
Yeah, you're kind of the first one I've talked to.
Yeah, I could tell you don't have that murderous intent in your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I suppose that's what happens when you're raised by someone not of our kind, so to speak. I guess. I don't know.
Well, count your blessings, and she continues to drink.
Okay. Do you recognize this person? I show him the picture.
She pauses, slowly turns towards the picture. No, and she continues drinking.
Okay. She just sits. Yeah.
She goes back, sits down, and after a few moments, the cloud of feathers disappears.
Ah! What happened? Where was I?
You were at the bar.
You're untied
What?
somehow.
Just looking at my hands, just like, what? Just wide-eyed. What? Just 1,000-yard stare.
Would have figured all it took was a cloud of darkness to break Reyna.
It's just the confusion and quick action of just darkness, untied, no darkness. What?
So, what is everyone doing?
Kyra's just drinking at the moment.
Okay.
It's just sitting, not intentionally staring, but trying to study this person, trying to, learn their behaviors and such things.
Okay. You learn that she likes to drink. And as you're studying her, you do notice her tattoos.
Mhm.
They are very numerous, all across her. A lot of spider-themed ones, mostly webs.
Question, just like this is just from my own headcanon, because she approached her and then she sat down, so she just like got a notebook out and like staring at her while she's sitting next to her.
Oh, from Maria? I'm sure she's at her table and doing this.
Okay.
No, she was like sitting next to the bar type thing, kind of like sitting in the bar doing like side glances. Again, not making it obvious that she's doing it.
Oh, it's totally obvious.
Okay. That's what she's intending not to do.
Especially if you're sitting at the bar, from your positioning, you're gonna have to face the opposite of the bar just to look at her. Yeah, but she definitely has an interesting look between her piercings, her outfit, the spider web tattoos on her shoulders.
Very new wave alt goth.
I like to call it Hydra fashion.
Nat's gonna go to the bar and ask Dix if he has what kind of drinks he's got.
Lots.
I don't know specific names. That's whiskey and vodka. And stuff.
Well, if you drink enough of them, you won't remember them anyway.
Mm. She that's what she asked, but I'm pretty sure he's saying this in character. You know,
He's just kind of staring at you at this point.
Man, really don't know what kind of drinks he's got. He got anything like wine, like whiskey?
Yes and yes.
I'd like whiskey, please.
Okay, and he gets a small glass, pours some whiskey in it.
Thank you. How much do I owe you?
Oh, it's on the house. Well, not on the house. It's on Grom.
Excuse me.
I appreciate it. And she does go sit down, but she's pretty much she sits down right next to Conrad.
Sin continuing with his book. So, you guys gonna go see the activities tonight?
What activities?
Apparently there's supposed to be like a little bit of a parade, sort of.
Oh.
Sort of. It's kind of small. It's just a few people are coming into town, apparently.
You know anything about this, Raina?
Do I know anything about this, DM?
You've heard nothing about this.
I've heard nothing about this.
Yeah, the brass court was discussing it. Apparently they're busy with that today.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's part of my punishment that I've been excluded.
And Sin kind of looks over his shoulders. I mean, who says you have to be fully excluded? Eyebrows raised.
I mean, well, yes, I love hijinks. Kind of just want to get this punishment done as appropriately as I can.
I mean, that doesn't mean you can't go and watch.
I suppose that's fair, as long as I'm not being called on. Sin, actually, can you... Yeah, I'm just going to point at my collar. See what's up with this thing. I'm assuming this is a magical pull me in direction of where I need to work collar, but I also don't want to, you know, accidentally left my post without being told to.
He kind of looks over his shoulder, looks back at his book. I mean, it's a collar.
Like, is it magical in any way?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what kind of magic it is?
It's enchantment magic. Because it's enchanted.
Sin, I want you to know, you're one of my favorite members of this team, and you bring me much joy in your antics. At the same time, may you please tell me what fucking enchantment it is?
I don't know. I could identify it, but that would take some time.
How much time?
A bit of time.
How much is a bit?
More than I have and less than you need.
Fair enough. And I'm just gonna sit down and just continue nomming on a ration.
You know, Raina, if you were so kind of worried about abandoning your post, then why are you here?
Because I got tired of sitting in a bar and doing nothing. I've done all my chores.
Okay.
You didn't find her. You didn't find this person you're supposed to be working for and ask.
Well, Remy, How can I put this? If she needs me, she jumps out of a bush and just hits me in the back of the head.
Oh, okay.
Alfinga's my type of woman.
And she stopped hitting me in the back of the head, so I assumed I was done.
A collar and getting hit in the back of the head.
I know, most Saturday nights I would enjoy it. Or whatever fantasy equivalent of Saturday is.
I mean, none of you guys have really answered me.
On what?
What?
Oh, right.
The festival.
Sin just sighs.
Do we know where these guys are coming from?
Okay, festival.
It's not really a festival, like I said. It's more like just people are arriving, and apparently there's gonna be kind of like a, you know, red carpet and shit.
Oh.
Apparently they're gonna be making their way to the upper district. There are some foreign dignitaries or some shit.
Well,
Oh.
Oh.
You've seen one, you've seen a million.
Well, I mean, if you're not going, I'm gonna go send Agumon to look for me. But I figured if you guys were gonna go, I could tag along.
I mean, I'll probably be in the stables working a bit.
Sen?
See,
So, you said they're foreign dignitaries, right?
yep.
Do you think there's any chance they're people from where we're from?
What do you mean?
Like Latest or anywhere like that?
Oh, I mean, that's not really foreign.
I mean, if the parade's happening tonight, I'll be happy to go.
Them or Batora probably would not be very fun.
Yeah. I would
I mean,
suggest
if I
maybe.
To be fair, I'm looking for people from Bator. Maybe.
Sin closes his book. He turns around and he's like, I don't think these people are actually from here.
Okay.
A little bit more out of state than out of town.
Sure, I don't know what that second word is, but
I mean,
That says, I'd go watch.
I'm just wondering if it's a good idea.
I
I mean,
mean,
Conrad, we're gonna be in a crowd full of thousands of people.
I know you guys are from different places, so to speak. I mean, I wanted to go out anyway, and I'm from here, so no one's gonna know me, I think.
And Conrad, I thought your like town, like was like a small town.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Kinda
you really
sucks.
think there's gonna be like foreign dignitaries from it?
No.
And I mean, didn't you leave that place when you were like a little baby boy?
17.
So baby boy, you've grown into a man, I guess. They'll barely.
Strapping young man.
Alright. If you guys all want to go, I'll go.
Yeah, it's a date. And Sim goes back to his book.
I'll go see if the others want to come, and I'll head upstairs to Shock's room.
I do need to talk to Shock anyway. Yes, she just drinks her, takes a sip of whiskey and then takes a sip of her flask. Once I'm that sad, she's like holding out the whiskey cup to Conrad.
Sorry, could you repeat that? You passed switch to my headphones.
Yeah, Nat's like holding the shot or cup of whiskey. He's like, "You want some?"
Sure, thanks. God takes it.
Okay. Maria,
Mhm.
go upstairs.
Mhm. Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say if I hear if Nat wants to come, I'll wait for Nat to come with.
Oh,
I mean-
Yeah.
that's the case. Yeah, she just gives Conrad the cup, glass, or whatever, and just heads upstairs.
So Maria, you head upstairs. Nat closely by. Maria, as you go up the stairs, you see Vithrock, standing in front of the door. And as soon as you go up, she looks over and notices you.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of goes by with a smile on her face, and she's like, "He was expecting you." And as she walks past Maria, Nat, you see Vithrock coming down the stairs. And as Vithrock passes you, Nat, she grabs your hand and starts pulling you back down towards the bar.
And that's like, wait, oh. As she's full.
You know, or just like knock on the door and just
As you
open it.
knock on the door, it opens.
Goes in.
Before they do their shenanigans, Nat just comes down and just says, never mind, and just goes back to where she was sitting with the flask.
Probably red-faced.
Never mind what.
She's red-faced, like drinking from the flask.
Okay. You enter in the room, and Shock is standing there staring at the window.
You was expecting me?
Yes.
What's up?
Please close the door.
Okay. Closes the door.
When you turn around, he is right there.
Are you okay?
Yes. I've just noticed that since our time in the Hero's Rest, we haven't really had a chance to discuss anything.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't. I mean, for good reason.
And he takes a step towards you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She stays, you know, stays put.
So what did you want to discuss?
I mean, we got lots to discuss, you know.
He begins to encircle you.
Like, trying to figure out how to make everything work out for the better without, you know, risking everything at the same time. I tried reading some books and asking a few other people for
advice. And once it gets towards the backside of you as you're speaking, you can feel his presence immediately behind you.
Sorry, my dog just growled. She's not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad touch, bad touch.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hey.
Overprotected.
Bad timing. One moment.
Does Bella do this every time her boyfriend comes over?
I mean, she better not, for many reasons.
No, she does it anytime someone comes into the room and she's not expecting it, apart from me. Protective guard pup. No, I lost track completely of what I was thinking about. Okay. No, but what was the last thing that was happening?
He's standing behind you. You can feel his presence. He's very close. Almost like there's that gravity in between you two where like it almost feels like you're gonna fall back into him.
I mean, do you want to continue this? I mean, can we even do that?
And you feel the front of his kind of snout come towards your left ear. And even though he doesn't need to breathe, you can feel him inhale and exhale. And with a quick flash, he is now in front of you. And he reaches down, grabs for your chin, and lifts you to meet his gaze. The question is, do you want this to continue?
I do.
And he's gonna go in for a kiss.
Okie dokie. Reciprocates.
Okay. It starts off very tender, very gentle, and it starts to get a little aggressive. Yeah, things start heating up. Do you progress? Okay. You guys have a very vigorous and extended conversation about things. Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Does anyone else hear that? Bang, bang, bang. Sorry. I just had to do that, sorry.
I would say if
More.
he took off the ring, yes, but because he's still, a vampire, he can't take off the ring, so no.
Yeah.
Probably quick though, so give me a perception check.
The party has no sense of privacy.
You really
No!
don't.
No, you guys suck.
17.
16.
I was wondering if that was an open perception, by the way, for anyone or just Conrad.
Yeah, you guys don't notice anything.
Okay.
That's not bothering anyway.
Yeah, no, I was just drinking then.
So, you set the room on fire, huh?
She pulls the flask from her lips and says, apparently yes. While I was sleeping, and Ruya was splashing things on liquids on my face.
I guess you had a really heated night that night then.
I passed out on at the bar.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
somehow ended up passed out in the bar too, which was really odd.
No, I passed out at the bar, but woke up in my room. What happened to you?
Yeah, well, last thing I remember was going upstairs with Crevasse. And then suddenly, I'm on, just here on a table, and then Ruya's slapping me in the face. Telling me that, the fire happened.
A night with Crevasse, huh?
Yeah.
It's not
Really?
the first time Nat says it. She just.
Really a return customer for that one, aren't you?
Johnny kind of blushes a little.
I can't blame you. Well then. I was talking to Rhea about this earlier, but I figured I'd bring it up with you too. With the unfortunate passing of our former companion, I was going to be heading to the Dwarf Brothers sometime this day, and would either of you or Sin be interested in heading over as well? Whether to see if you could see the body, pay respects, or what have you. I have a contract from the Yeezes I need to fulfill.
Well, as much as I love to, pay my respects, I guess. I mean, as I understand, they had to take care of the body, so there's not much we can do in regards to that.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, and that's like, are you still trying to do that promise with the Yeezes?
Well, I signed a contract, and even if the contract can't be fulfilled, I want to see the end of it.
Question:
I'm
What
just
was
not.
the question? What was the last time you looked at the contract?
I haven't. This is a good time to look at it. I'm going to pull out the contract because it's getting brought up a lot, or I'm bringing it up a lot.
Yeah, it's gone. It's not there.
Uh, oh.
It might have ended when those two died. I'll just put that out there.
We didn't
That-
see. Yeah.
That might be fair, actually. Well, darn. There goes that plan for the day.
I
Now
mean,
I
I know you don't have the contract, but do you just still want to tell the Dwarven Brothers anyway?
might as well pass it along. Maybe they'll send some people out.
They have people?
Good point. Maybe they'll hire someone. A courier, maybe. I don't know. Even though the Yeezes died and the contract is gone, I guess I have
Also,
no
the
response.
little statue thingies that you were given are also
Fair enough.
everything that was given by the East are all gone.
Well, never mind then. I guess I have no responsibility for it. You think I'd be bummed that this side quest is gone, but really, I'm just more bummed that I have nothing else to do with my day, other than chores.
Yeah, every day's gonna be, fun and exciting.
This is fair. So, what are you guys doing today?
Literally nothing right now so far.
That was gonna hand right over the flask to drink, but then she remembers, like, and she's like, "Do you want to?" Oh, right. Never mind.
Yeah,
She
he
just,
probably
like,
shouldn't be
slowly
drinking
steps
than
back.
that. Yeah.
so-
At this point, Reina,
Mhm.
you hear Maria kind of scream.
Just a flat scream.
Kind of.
I'm gonna
Still
rush up. If I'm hearing a scream, I'm gonna run up. I am not even gonna consider if it's bad or good. I'm gonna be like, I heard a scream.
Guys, watch Reina run up. do you
Where are
do?
you going right now?
Didn't you hear that? I heard a scream.
I didn't
Hold
hear
on.
anything.
I didn't hear anything either.
I'm literally just saying that as I'm running up. I wouldn't even notice if they said they would or didn't hear it.
Yeah, Nat's gonna look at the camera. It's like, yeah, one of two things is probably gonna happen. But
I'm going to run to the door and just put my ear to the door, assess what's going on, because I am under the impression something bad's going on.
Give me a perception check. Okay, yeah, you know what you hear on the other side of the door, and it does not sound like pain.
Maria, oh, that is just an awkward moment. Going, well then, that's just
Yeah.
holding my head and going to go down to the bar.
And
None
Nat-
of you.
Nat's gonna be like, yeah, like I was telling him, one of two things.
Neither of you heard a scream.
I didn't hear anything, but Nat just kind of implied something, so I assume that's what's happening.
Yes, they are having fun, but
Let's not make a big a deal out of it. Let's let her have her fun. You know.
No. I frankly don't care. Good for her. Hope she has fun. Sin,
Yeah.
I've. How can I say this without any of you thinking I'm going crazy? I've been hearing voices lately.
Okay.
It feels like muffled whispers. When I was leaving the palace today, every time I tried to leave, I thought I heard a guard whisper behind my back. It was honestly putting me on edge.
Sin thinks about it for a second. He goes, "Were they whispering behind your back?"
It felt as though it was behind my back.
No, I'm asking, like, you said there was guards. Were they whispering behind your back? Is that what you heard?
Well, I heard it as if it was that, but when I asked them, they said they didn't speak.
Hmm.
And
Okay. Sidmel, have you ever talked shit about Dix when he wasn't around? And she looks over her shoulders, doesn't see Dix all the time. And then he looks over at you, Raina.
I gotta side with Sin on that one, especially if if someone calls me out.
okay, but hear me out. I just heard Rhea as if she was screaming, and it was muffled, but I could have sworn it was clear, muffled, but
I mean, it just could be that you have a more keen sense than I did at the moment. I've been drinking.
And that says the last time I heard voices, it was just Sin pulling a prank on me.
yeah,
She drinks
That's-
after she says that.
And only Nat hears this, but Nat, in the back of your ear, you hear a whisper. The Shire.
And that's like, fuck you, Sin.
There was no gesture coming from Sin. He's continuing to read his book.
Yeah, that's what she said. Now she's drinking.
Can I do a general intelligence check to see if Reina continues to question this?
I mean, that's up to you. Not for a roll. That is up to you to decide that.
Well, I guess you might be right. You know what? You're probably right. I'm probably just on edge and probably just on edge.
I mean, I'm not sure if you can drink it on the job, but I mean, we are in a bar.
Well, I drink on the job more than I should, and I'm trying to stop. But
So maybe you shouldn't drink on the job then, in that case?
Well, most of my jobs involve socializing and rubbing elbows. That involves drinking.
Okay.
But I'm on I'm being punished right now.
Yeah, see, that's what I was
But like
thinking,
probation
yeah.
or something?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to stick to the virgin stuff. Speaking of, Raina's going to order anything that doesn't have alcohol and just sit there drinking.
Okay. The rest of you guys just having some drinks.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Okay.
And that's pretty much like I need to talk to but Jock about the whole letting up.
Are
on
you saying
fire.
this out loud
Yeah.
right now? Okay.
Because
Uh-uh.
I don't know if it's gonna happen again. I'd rather it didn't, but I need to find an answer from somebody.
Singh kind of looks over his shoulders.
Oh yeah, did anyone tell Sin about that? Yeah, no
I
one
assume
found-
you overheard it a couple times now.
Oh yeah, you guys don't shut up about shit around here. I mean, hmm. Best I can do is put a warning system in place. That's about it.
Hmm.
I don't know if it'll happen again, when it'll happen again. It's
Sin shrugs his shoulders. He's like, I don't know, but you know, I could always have Agumon watch you tonight.
I'd appreciate that.
He's a bit of a perv anyhow. Agumon is currently passed out on the table.
Like master, like familiar.
That points at Reina.
He continues reading his book.
Well, as riveting as this is, what time is it?
It's early afternoon.
I am thinking I'm going to check up on the horses. Not horses, animals. See if there's
Okay.
anything they could do with me there. If you need me, you know where I am.
Sin's like, well, I mean, if you're gonna go to the thing with us tonight, don't you want to just stick around, go to the thing, and then you can head back?
I could, but if I'm going with the thing with you guys, I would like to make sure any chores that I might have missed beforehand get done before I leave.
Question: so you want to show up to the stuff covered in horse shit?
You're not wrong.
I mean, you did get that collar for some reason, right?
I imagine so. I sit back down.
Sin, do you have an idea of how long it'll be till we gotta do this thing?
It's a little bit before or around sundown, so anywhere between 5 and 6. I was gonna head out maybe around like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
And it's like what, 2 o'clock right now or something like that? You said, Damon?
About.
All right. Well, Conrad said I'm probably gonna catch a cat nap then.
Conrad, before you do that, can you do me a favor?
What?
I'm gonna hand him the end of the chain. Here,
What?
just hold that and pull on that for me.
Okay, Conrad does so.
Ray's just gonna smirk me like, now, and then I'm gonna look at Nat. Now, how does this look?
What's the context from that? Like,
You see, just with Conrad holding the end of the chain, that end on the chain is Reyna. Do you think this is a good look for me? Never was into the slave bondage thing, but you know.
Okay, fine. Conrad just lets go of it and just like, okay, I will see you guys later.
Okay, Conrad, you head up to the room. As you get into the guys' room, you do notice some noise coming from the room next over.
Oh, so I hear it from there.
Yeah.
All right, Conrad goes back downstairs. Yeah, okay, yeah. They're being very loud. So yeah, never mind.
told you. And that's like, well, I mean, it wasn't for that kind. Oh, she's saying this to Reina. I wasn't, for that kind of stuff. But I've worn a collar before.
Really?
Sure, it stopped me from, casting fire sometimes, and sure, a giant fiery primordial came out of it. But yeah,
I bet you looked dashing in the collar.
despite what it did, it actually did look very nice. I actually still have it.
Really?
Yeah, I kept it just in case.
Do you have it on you right now? I would love to see it.
I could go get it.
Maybe not. They are being loud, aren't they?
They kind of are, yeah.
I know how to mind my own business. Looking at you guy. He says he goes
Well,
upstairs.
I didn't know about it until you told me, Nat.
No, I just said I had a guess. I just wasn't expecting to be right.
But you're always right, Nat. Oh, for the better or worse.
No, I'm not. As I go upstairs. Nat is
Okay.
gonna go back into her their garden room.
Okay. As
Yeah,
you
the
get up
color?
to the top of the steps, you hear something shatter.
Good for them. Good for them. And then she, just goes back into the room, just grabs the collar from her bag, and then heads back.
Is the
downstairs.
collar in your bag?
Unless someone took it, I wouldn't know. But she's checking.
Did Sin give it back the last time he wanted to look at it?
He did give it back.
Okay, I was legit asking. I couldn't remember. Okay, yeah.
And she does head back downstairs. The hole in the flask and the collar in the other hand, and goes back to the.
It is a simple leather collar with a pretty sizable cracked ruby on it.
I just
Wasn't
want
there like rune inscriptions on it too? But they're kind of
Yes.
I just want to say, collar in one hand, alcohol in the other. That's a big mood.
And it's been a while since you've looked at this, Nat. The leather on it is starting to crack something fierce.
just. I have to get this fixed. But she does show it to Reina.
Ah, well, it's quite interesting. Mind if I hold it?
Go ahead. It looks like
I
it's
wouldn't do that,
Hmm?
Sin says.
What's wrong?
Well, I mean, it's not always best to let, random people fondle, a once prison of a possible primordial.
I mean, that's fair. No, it's fair
I'm
enough.
just saying, you can touch it. I'm just, warning.
Plus, being, fair, right now. Last time you touched something that was magical from Nat, your face kind of got, a little.
As Conrad says that, just arms retract. On second thought, I think I'm going to avoid fondling any of your objects, Nat.
No. Like he's doing like heavy sarc.
But no, it looks wonderful for prison, for a primordial,
Possible primordial.
for a possible primordial prison.
Yeah, you have no idea what he's talking about.
I'm just gonna trust that you guys aren't lying or pulling a prank on me.
Yeah, it wasn't a prank.
I'm going to assume so with that tone of voice.
I mean, I wasn't conscious when it, most of it happened.
Well, most horrible things happen when people aren't conscious.
And
Yeah,
she-
I wasn't conscious for half of it either. Connor says, like grimacing.
That past Conrad just.
Well,
Wow.
neither was I, but you don't hear me whining about it.
Conrad, Sin, and Nat all unconscious together. Are you sure it wasn't just a heavy night of drinking and then I just point a thumb to general location of where Rhea and Jacques are?
Oh, don't forget, there was also a satyr, and there was also this minotaur woman. They were unconscious too.
A minotaur, really? And I just give a sarcastic look to Nat.
The other one was Melanodius.
Well, a Melanodius.
I have not seen this other Melanodius, so I will take your word for it. But she does give a view of the collar, front, back, whichever. long as Reina's looking at it.
Yeah, Ray is just keeping an eye, keeping a distance, not to touch it, but just and looking at it.
Go ahead,
It
touch
really-
it. I know you want to.
I want to touch it. I really do, Sin. Trust me. But
Oh, that wasn't Sin. That was me.
I know I was just rolling with it. But yeah, last time I touched something, I did get burned, so avoiding that. I've only just healed, I think. Have I healed from that completely?
I mean, you haven't checked in a while.
Speaking of, I'm just gonna take off. You know what? I'll check when it's private.
Okay.
But you know, check that's later. Don't really quite get to do my morning routine when you're sleeping on hay.
Okay. So, what is everyone doing?
Just killing time.
Okay.
That's
So,
not-
you guys.
Look at her leggings.
Okay. They're in the need of repair. It's been a while. There's a few gashes and cuts and stuff from previous fights.
After Nat puts away the collar, Ray's just going to pull a chain and offer it to Nat. You want to try holding it?
A cat-like grin is on Nav's face, and she's like, "Sure." And she holds it,
Okay. You
and
hold
then
her collar.
she tugs on it.
You tug on her collar.
Which way are you tugging me? Just towards you?
Towards her.
Ray is not gonna fight. Actually, Ray is going to lay out, but oh, well then, might have to invest in one of these later. Thank you for that.
She lets go as soon as. And there it is.
Okay. You guys awkwardly sit and wait for the next few hours.
That wasn't awkward. That was a special moment.
Maybe not for you. But you guys progress. The sun starts to whittle away in the skylight.
Out of
Um,
curiosity, is Beer and Shark still going nano?
Yes.
Sweet. Just wanted to check.
You're not aware of what time it is, to be honest.
At least take a water break.
Oh no, because he has a fix for that as well.
I think that's the chronic water. No.
Now, trust me, she probably don't care in that moment. Okay. So
I thought I was gross.
and yeah, Sin eventually closes his book, looks outside, and goes, "Well, I'm gonna head out, guys. You guys still want to join me?"
Sure.
Go time?
Um,
All right.
I'm guessing Maria's gonna be busy for the foreseeable night, so I think we should just get going.
No. It'd be a shame if we don't ask her and extend the invite.
I think she's busy.
Nope, I'm going to go ask. Alright, walking.
Well, don't blame me if you get your head ripped off.
There's a thing called privacy. Hello.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Okay. You go up the stairs.
Yep.
Okay.
I go to the room and I just start knocking.
Okay. You tap once on the door, and it opens.
Who's there? Or is it just no one?
Do you open up the door all the way?
I'm going to creak a little bit. Ria, Jacques, we were
You
going to head.
see nothing on the bed, nothing on the floor. You look around as you're saying this, and you look up at the ceiling, and that's where they are.
Nice.
New meaning to dancing on the ceiling. First of all, Mazel
They-
Tov, Ria.
She does not notice you, neither does Shock.
Well then, I'm going to enter the room just with the door, just close the door behind me. Excuse me, you two. Excuse me.
You hear a low guttural growl coming from Jacques. The hair on the back of your neck stands up.
Just wanted to ask if you two want to join us for a little thing, but if you don't, that's fine. That's fine. Good job, Rhea, and just walk out.
See, I imagine like Jacques did some like undead, creepy ass shit. Like his head went 180 degrees really slowly and just like growled.
No, he just growled because he was too busy.
Oh, clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Just coming downstairs. Okay, I offered. Also, I'm scared as hell. Let's go.
And,
I warned you.
Miki, I leave it up to you whether Ruya noticed that at all.
I imagine. Hang on. Give me 2 moments.
You're probably not even aware of the fact that you're on the ceiling right now, to be fair.
Yeah. Give me 1 moment. Was like one thing.
What can I say? Vampires and spider climb.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
With
Is
the
he
bitches.
just holding on with the hairs of his ass?
Huh?
Spider climb. You use the hairs. You grow hairs on your body and climb spider.
No. Spider climb is just a mechanic in the game. The
I
supernatural.
know, but you said spider climb, so I'm just imagining a hairy spider ass.
That's what it's
Oh
called.
God.
No, he's a vampire. He can walk. On...
I mean,
Oh.
maybe it was a drow, you know, spider stuff.
Yeah, she'd be into it.
But no spider webs.
I know.
But yeah,
She's too
Ra-
busy focusing on good stuff.
yeah. Raina comes down the stairs looking bewildered, a little scared, a little like I don't know. There's a whole mixture of emotions on her face right now.
Scared and flustered.
Yeah, now it's like, seriously, guys. Privacy. Come on.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
To be fair, I'm kind of glad I walked in.
Okay, just to get going. Cards like shut them all out.
Okay.
I just like how
You-
everyone likes Aspire and everyone else, but when it comes to Ruin Shock, everyone's, you know, it's relatively okay. It's nice.
Nat had never spied. What are you talking about?
No, I think your point is that you guys tend to stay away from it, almost as if you guys are either A, scared of Rhea, or B, scared of Jacques.
I'll be honest with you, I'm more scared of Rhea. Jacques can kill me. Rhea can hide the body.
No, Ruria can resurrect you and then kill you again.
Hey, Rhea does have that what's called Devil's Bane feat. That
not
we
I
Yeah.
mean, I hate to say it, Jacques can also do the same, but resurrect you as one of his spawn,
Then kill you.
and then kill you.
Yeah. You're lucky, comrade, I don't have that feat yet.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. As you guys make your way outside of Dick's, the sun is starting to head down. There's still quite a bit of crimson along the sky. The entire area is in a hustle and a bustle. Where are you guys headed?
I guess following the crowd.
Sure. So, yeah, okay. You guys follow the general malaise of the crowd as it starts to kind of gear towards the gate. Eventually, you guys kind of hit a wall where the crowds kind of stop,
Mm-hmm.
and Sid immediately looks around and he's like, "Well, this ain't gonna do." And he turns around and looks at the group.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nat, you want to provide us some room?
Like, what?
Just turn on your dress and look menacing.
I don't think that's a good idea, considering.
I think it's an amazing idea.
As a royal guard, I would like to agree with Conrad on this one.
Jeez. Could I? Hmm.
Yes, you can make a decision.
Nah.
No, I'm thinking.
No, you're not allowed to make decisions.
Oh no, that's thinking, run!
This is worse than activating the dress.
Ah.
I mean, it's just a dress.
can kill us. So
That's if you guys are assuming what happened came from the dress.
oh, I'm just assuming making people around us scared.
I like the music.
It would be better
Yeah,
if you were
that's
playing
gonna-
Jeopardy.
Nat's gonna play it safe. Could I just roll intimidation? And just be like out of the way.
Out of the way.
Sure, you can do that. What do you do though before you roll it?
Screw it. Now we'll turn the dress on.
Okay, you ignite the dress. Your hair, your eyebrows, and your eyes immolate.
And that's like, move!
Roll me intimidation.
Oh, 19.
Okay. People start parting.
And then as soon as they do, as soon as we get like a clear enough spot, Nat's just gonna just drop it.
Oh, there's like a good almost 75, 100 people deep.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it takes a few moments, and you guys watch as soon as she does that. People turn and kind of keep their distance, and Sin immediately follows right behind her.
Follows, yeah.
Might as well. Might as well keep sure this train wreck doesn't blow up.
And the fire does keep most people at bay, and as the commotion happens as you guys are going through the crowd, people turn around to see the scary, angry little elf girl who's on fire. And eventually you guys get to the front row of this crowd.
Nah, there's probably a huge gap between us and the rest of the people, right?
There's a bit of a gap.
Of course.
Nat's gonna just gently tug at Kara's arm, is like, yeah, the gap might be for the best.
Do you drop your dress?
Yeah.
Okay. You let the magic of it fizzle, and you watch as the crowd kind of keeps a distance a little bit, but calms down a bit.
Nat does turn back.
And there's one old guy who's like, "Ugh," and he just walks away.
You scared Tony.
Sorry, Tony.
My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
But you guys are at the front of the crowd. And from here you guys can see the gloriousness that is the gate. And there are a few people, there are along the open, because from where you guys are at in front, there's crowds of people, thousands to the left and right. On the other side, there's an opening on the pathway. And on the other side, there's another line of people. And going up and down kind of along the thoroughfare are fire jugglers and things like that. And you do see over the next few minutes more and more presence of the Anura Oasis guard. Every few you do see some of the palace guards that have a little bit more regal apparel and better outfits, and they're kind of stationed at intervals. And you see over the next 10-15 minutes as this place really starts setting up. Guards, like I say, their presence starts to increase, and after a bit, traffic through the gate seems to stop. And there's a general hush over the crowd as the people start to come through the gates. And as the first group starts coming through the gate, you see magnificent war horses, and you hear a stark drumbeat happen. And you feel a slight rumbling on the sand beneath you. And the tune and motion of a march as some massive army feels like it's about ready to come through the gate. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Prince Ali, fabulous Ali
Yeah,
Abba.
Yeah, no copyright. Okay, end the stream.
Oh, my singing is so
We'll
bad.
see
we
you
won't
guys,
get struck.
No, bye.
We'll see you guys Tuesday when we have another episode of Dungeons and Doggos. See you guys then.
Yeah, bye
Bye.
bye.